Hello and welcome to Candlepins for Cancer, raising money for bowlers and their families against the costs of this terrible disease. We are live at Bowl-O-Rama Family Fun Center in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Out with the old, in with the new. Or is it? Here to introduce this great match are our hosts, Al Johnson, Paul Grant, and Mike Morin.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Bowl-O-Rama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Along here with Mike Morin, President's Cup winner 2023. Hello, Mike.
Hello, good to see everybody. The generations have come together for one great cause, Candlepins for Cancer.
You're with the old generation, too.
That's true. Although I look like I could be his younger brother, but...
All right. Well, I got you, Mike Morin. Talk about your book here being available, selling here at Bowl-O-Rama.
Well, of course, as you know, Lunch with Tommy and Stacia covers roughly 50 or 60 years of the Candlepin game. The man who graces the cover is one of our bowlers here today, Tommy Olszta, a fellow President's Cup winner, so it's good to be in his company. That makes me excited. His family is here, and there are copies. If you don't have Lunch with Tommy and Stacia, you can get one right here from Bowl-O-Rama, and I'd be happy to sign it. And I think Tommy is going to sign some, or has already. We're getting you into all these things, Tom.
But unlike Tommy, Mike's going to charge a fee, right?
No. Anyway, great to see everybody. Thanks for coming today.
Give it up for Mike Morin. The father of Candlepins for Cancer, Mr. Al Johnson.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I just want to let everybody know that Tony Marie Baldinelli's here.
She wants her name on the building. She wants a statue built.
Okay, what we're doing now is, it's a thing that it's called Out with the Old and In with the New. And the old guys are sitting over here. And the young guys are sitting over here. And I got to go into the back when I finish this. But anyways, what we're doing is promoting our game, and we need to start concentrating on these young guns. These guys are that are really stepping up, and they're fascinating to watch. Once you guys see some of this stuff, especially on the if you're watching it on YouTube, whatever, you're going to see just how fast and how far our game has gotten with some of these fireballers that are here right now. Now, they're not Tommy Olszta, they're not Peter Flynn, they're not Gary Carrington, but they are still Craig Holbrook, because he's still throwing 400s like it's nothing. I think Greg is actually wearing a mask. I just can't figure out what he's doing over there. But he's bowling really, really well, and it's good to see. And I just thank everybody else for coming. And what we do is, so far we've given out $55,000 in the past few years, and Paul himself has raised over 40. And this is going to sound a little strange, but it's like God sent this guy, Paul Grant, to me, because he's kind of a different dude. You know what I mean?
Is that good or bad?
It's actually really, really good, because if I hadn't have found him, and Bart, the owner of this bowling alley, has helped us immensely. And it started out when we did a tournament when COVID just ended and nobody was open, and Bart opened up the house for us so we could have a little, we called it the Fake Worlds. Did you guys go to that? We called it the Fake Worlds. As a matter of fact, Steve Reno made that Candlepin Fake World sign over there that's hanging up. So I just want to let you guys know this is about getting these young guys and getting more of them on TV, getting more of our game, which is really, believe it or not, has progressed. I don't know if anybody's noticed, a lot of the alleys are filled with people. You guys can contest to a lot of places where you can't bowl, but now they're filled up with places. We've got houses in Maine, the Big 20, for example, that has helped us immensely. The Bowl-O-Rama and Sanford. What we're doing is we're bringing this all through New England, and we're going to be doing a ladies one, right? Very soon. I don't know the date on those yet, but we're doing the ladies one, the same deal we have here, and hopefully we can get more of these women involved in our great game. But I just can't thank everybody for coming out here. This is a fantastic turnout. I know you really came to see Peter Flynn, and the rest of the people don't matter. I just figured I'd throw a dig at Tommy for a couple seconds. And we got Gary Carrington, one of the best bowlers ever. And we're trying to get him into the Hall of Fame at the next vote. And if he doesn't come in, I'm going to be shocked and whatever. But it's all I can say is our game, I believe, is getting a little better, as you can see by the crowd. And being on YouTube and some of these younger guys with their shows has helped our game immensely, and we're probably going to try to go after the kids next. And I'm sorry I talk so much, but I'm having a hard time figuring how I can get some of the kid shows started, but we're going to try that again. Maybe with Josh Daley could help me in some of these comes. Aaron could help us with some of these young guys, because I've watched some of you guys bowl on that show. I forget what it was called. It was a long time. I watched you last night on a show.
You're a 2-time cancer survivor yourself.
Well, yeah, but we don't have to tell anybody that. It's but what the charity does, if I could have everybody's kind of good attention, anybody in this room connected to Candlepin Bowling, if someone in your family has gotten cancer, or even if they're just another family member of theirs has got cancer, all you have to do is go on to candlepinsforcancer.com or what is it? And anyways, just apply, and we don't ask any questions. As long as you're in our community, we will send something to you. It's usually a minimum of $500, but I just want to explain what that does. A lot of people who have gotten back to me with cards, and they've told Paul that it's not the money, it's somebody that actually seems to care. I almost swore right there, so I had to stutter a little bit. Somebody gives a blank, you know what I mean? And that actually is the biggest part that I always get. Somebody cares about us. And I'm going to leave it with Paul, because he talks way more than I do.
Much faster.
Sorry about the wait.
2023 Hall of Famer Al Johnson. Give it up for Al Johnson. All right, here are the starting lineups. Come on down as we introduce your name. Leading off, the rock star, Aaron St. Cyr, taking on Peter Flynn. Bowling second, the Terminator, Charlie Collins, against Gary Carrington. 2 blocks at a time, 3-string format. Bowling third, this guy has got it, Josh Daley, Craig Holbrook. And our anchor bowlers today, no pressure, Tommy, the grandson and the grandfather. Please welcome Aaron Fontaine and Tom Olszta. This broadcast courtesy of Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Free to subscribe, never a charge. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Like and follow us on Facebook as well. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, home of the Friday Night Pro League Game of the Week. Every Friday night, starting September 6th, 7:30 p.m. Executive producer is Bob Lee. Greg Gouillart with us today as well. Folks, let's get underway. What do you say, audience?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the special presentation of Out with the Old, maybe, and In with the New. Craig Holbrook and Aaron St. Cyr will begin. Let's get the scoreboard right way around. There we are. 3-string format, 4-on-4. If you've never seen Candlepin Bowling, you've been missing out. It's the game of the Northeast. 3 balls per frame, and any pins on the plate stay on the plate and can be used as live wood. That live wood is the uniqueness of Candlepin. Getting the lanes off practice. Gentle with the mics, please, Paul. No rush, my friend. How are you?
Okay, Greg. How you doing?
Doing okay.
A little volume more on my headset, please. Boy, we're in for a treat, folks. This is a dream match for some of these young bowlers. Hello, Mike Morin. Welcome back. Great to be with you again.
Oh, great to be back. A wonderful crowd here today.
Yep, mic levels should be adjusted now. Apologies.
Okay.
Everyone heard the clumsiness. I apologize.
Okay.
A little less on the headphones for me, please.
You got it.
More on my headset.
Thank you.
Okay, Aaron St. Cyr will lead off on lane 10. Peter Flynn, left-hander, who has a high 5 at 8:06, will be in lane number 9. Let's get away. Three-string format, 4-on-4, 2 blocks at a time. Aaron St. Cyr, great young bowler, probably a little bit nervous, clips out the 10. Here's Peter Flynn, the left-hander. Goes left, 4 horsemen, the 7 and the 8. Hello, Mr. Mike Morin.
Wow. We have the Mount Rushmore of bowling here with us. Start. There we go. Am I connected?
Okay, hold on a second. We'll take back to Mike in just a second as we're underway. Nice try by Peter, 7, 8, 10. Aaron with the check mark. Gets a 7 to start the first of 3 strings on Candlepin Bowling Network. We got Bob Lee here also, Greg Gouillart. The soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Hello.
And Peter takes an 8. So 1 pin lead for the out with the old, in with the new. The legends against the young guns, all in their 20s. All right, Mike.
I like the format of 2 boxes as opposed to 5 at a time. I think the bowlers like 5 better. But
the young guys do, the older ones don't. And Aaron once again hits the 10 pin. And his teammates razzing him. Peter Flynn drops 9.
Flynn throwing 35 miles an hour on that pitch.
St. Cyr, 1-3-6. The 6 leans the 3, but not the 1.
almost a backdoor spare on that one, leaving just the head pin.
Flynn on the board, spare. Pumps his fist. 18 the ball through 2 on Candlepin Bowling Network. St. Cyr, a 10, 17 through 2. Hello, Bob Lee.
Hey, Paul. Gary Carrington, appearing for the first time on Candlepin Bowling Network. We've seen him many times on Channel 5. He started his warm-ups throwing in the 20s, but he brought it up to the low 30s, about 31 miles an hour as he warmed up. He's going up against Charles, as he goes by now on lane 10. Collins, for his part, will be throwing about 40. Let's see. 40 on that pitch.
1, 2, 4, the 8 behind the 2. Here's Gary Carrington with the half Worcester. Oh, I love his antics in lane, Mike. He is such a character. He called his match with Tom Olszta, who he beat on Stars and Strikes. As Collins, a spare.
There's our first mark of the day.
Carrington
I'm
goes
sorry,
right.
Peter had one too.
Yeah, 1 mark for each side. 1-4-7-9 for the future Hall of Fame. It wasn't nominated before, and you have to be nominated to be in the Hall of Fame. He'll definitely be a first ballot next time around, whatever that is. Later this decade, he has the...
Yeah, people have no idea how somebody gets in the Hall of Fame, and they complain about, well, why isn't so-and-so? And, well, you need to nominate them. They just don't magically appear.
And that was a $5 for Carrington. I thought it was a 6. They have 5 on the board. I have instructive view here. I need my perch, Mike Morin. Collins 6 in the spare. 1, 3, 6, 7, 22 through 2.
Well, 16 through 1.
Yep, 16 through 1 rather, right? The scoreboard updates already automatically. Thank you, Greg.
Cubica system here.
There's a spare. Back to back. He stole it.
6 pin into the 3.
26 in the ball through 2. The Terminator on fire.
Tell him that he's done. Sit down.
Carrington leaves up the king.
2 boxes. Waiting to push the button after Carrington fires his 3rd shot.
That's a 10. So, Mike, you used to wear the mustache on WNDS Stars and Stripes with Dick.
Oh, yeah. I had another career going that I can't talk about in Hollywood. Boom, chicka bomb, bomb.
Talk about your book, Lunch with Tom and Stacia.
Lunch with Tommy and Stacia, now in its 2nd printing, and available right here at the Bowl-O-Rama, or by getting in touch with me. I'll sign it for you. It's $20. Got all the history from about 1958 till pretty close to 2015 when I finished it.
Josh Daley.
Oh, wow, bombs away, baby. Daley starts the first of 3 with a strike.
And Josh Daley just hit 46 miles an hour. That is the fastest ball ever thrown, tied with with Keith Beaupre and Tim Douglas.
Just a moment. Carrington did get
He's never thrown 46
Keith
before.
Beaupre has percentage point. He's 46.2.
Well, no, we don't have decimals, Paul, but what you just saw on Josh Daley's first ball was the fastest ball ever thrown on a CBN event.
Josh wanted the ball with Craig Holbrook. He's got it. Josh is strike.
Carrington had a 6 in that first box. That's what he's trying to convey.
It was a 6. Okay, I thought it was a 6. Gary's like, you're ripping me off here.
We'll get that right, 16 through 2.
So 46 miles an hour.
We got you, Gary.
Have you ever put the gun on Joe Ashline? Because I would say he throws it at least that.
Over Daley double with a check mark. Holbrook on the spare 7. Chance for another one. 2-4-7. 17 through 1. Daley, good chance for a spare and strike. No. 18 through 1. We're on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Please share with your friends and family. Holbrook couldn't get to the object pin, the 2. Fall leagues are forming here at Bowl-O-Rama, your local bowling center. Josh object pin for 9, 27 through 2. Holbrook a 10, ditto, 27 through 2. Updating the score from Greg Gouillart.
Let's take a look here. So a $10 for Holbrook. So right now, just a 9-pin advantage as we bring on grandfather and grandson, Olszta and Fontaine. Keep an eye on that pinning. The spares are the primary driver of scores. Strikes are rare, and you never know. Those pins can tilt the course of a match.
A tremendous crowd on hand. This is very encouraging, folks. If you couldn't make it today, please donate by Venmo, Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com, Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com, a 501c3 charity. You can send a check. The address on the website, Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. Set back for Fontaine. Here is the grandfather, Tom Olszta, Hall of Famer, 2 in the 4. He won the very first President's Cup Award in 1987. Mike Morin, the most recent recipient, 2023 President's Cup winner.
And that's the only thing I'll ever have in common with Tom Olszta. And it's an
Spare. He doesn't bowl too often living in Florida, but you never know it.
No.
Aaron a 9.
Both Tom and his grandson threw 36 miles an hour on their pitches.
Mike, you're welcome to throw in the stats if you want. I've got them here too, so I got 50 pages of notes here. Chime in anytime you want. Fontaine, beautiful ball, a check mark in the 10.
A lot of body English, but not much to show for it on that.
Olszta off to the left, spins back for the 6. 1, 3, 7, 8, 10 on lane 9. 15 through 1. Fontaine, what a shot, won't go. Olszta, rare miss there. He gets a giggle out of that one. How dare you miss a shot like that, Tom? What's wrong with him? Dale Johnson said, sub him out.
So who has more pressure, the young guys,
I think
Gen Zers, or the older guys?
I thought the young guys are the jitters. You know, Charlie Collins, the youngest one,
I would
he had
agree.
2 spares. As Olszta gets an 8, 23 through 2. Aaron Fontaine, a pair of 9s, 18 through 2. That means top of the order. Update again from Greg Gouillart.
Let's take a look here. It's a 4-pin advantage, but keep an eye on the marks outstanding as well. Peter, Flynn, and Charlie Collins, 1 apiece on the spares, so it's a true 4-pin advantage at the moment, pending how these bonus balls go. You can also see the yellow smudges, the yellow triangles indicating the spares as well.
Switch every 2 boxes. Lanes 9 and 10, this beautiful 22-lane house. Brand new sidewalls by Bart Madero's great owner. New sidewalls put in 2021. They can fly. Keith Beaupre threw a 467 on the Candlepins For Cancer live show, 457. Corey Packard threw a 457, or vice versa.
All right, Aaron St. Cyr hitting the head pin finally after 3 tries.
Oh, wow, what a shot by Peter Flynn, spare. After a spare 5, 23 through 2, 33 in the ball through 3.
Crowd is loving this.
806 high 5 was during a TV roll-off. Aaron 9. 26 through 3.
Yeah, Peter Flynn, Pro Bowler of the Year, and also a winner of many, many tournaments over the years in the WCBC when they kept stats for the 30 or some years that the tournament ran during pretty much September through April.
For the bonus, 7, 8, even better, 1 of the 2. St. Cyr, nice ball, 9-10, strike, Domino's delivers his first mark in the match.
Doing the dance hands there.
Flynn, spare. 3 in a row, 41 through 3, 51 on the ball through 4, wow. St. Cyr, 36 plus 2 through 4. This is fun, Mike.
And a 10-pin lead so far for the veteran bowlers.
Sorry, boys, the audio equalization is a mess right now, but we're getting there.
Brand new system we're trying today, so thanks, Micah Imparato, for your feedback.
Yeah, Micah Imparato, you've been clutch to help us out with the Candlepins for Cancer. Thank you so much.
Gary Carrington just got the 4 and the 8. Here's Charlie Collins, second spear in a row for a strike, 9. Boy, he can blister that ball. The twin brother of Hunter Collins. 6 pin left up. 35 through 2. Going 3 for 3. Missed it. Oh.
Hunter also a good bowler in his right. Charlie bowls with his mother in a summer league.
Carrington 8, just 24 through 3. Collins, Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that unless you win the match. 44 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. We're bringing Bob Lee after this box.
Yep. Aaron updated that scoreboard, so you do see it's a 1-pin advantage right now for the new squad.
45 for Collins, officially.
Or the,
just 4.
or the 4 horsemen of Gen Z in Bob Lee's terms.
Love that. Did you come up with that, Bob?
Yeah, Bob's a genius.
That was awesome.
Yes. This is it's a shootout.
Carrington struggling here so far.
At the OK Corral, as long as Charlie Collins is up. Inside joke.
But as Mike Morin said in WNDS when he bowled Tom Olszta, he always struggled a lot in the first string most of the time. He did better as he got, like Pedro Martinez got better as time went on. Carrington 8.
So if I were to have my fantasy today, it would be for Craig Holbrook to get his first 200 string ever.
Oh, yeah.
He's got every other 1,400 triples, but no 200 game.
19 times, 190 or better, not bad. Carrington 32 through 4, Charlie 53 through 4. Update from Bob Lee.
Well, we're seeing the advantage of ball speed so far. And Josh Daley, I was just talking to Keith Beaupre, who previously had the record, the fastest ball.
You can get this in. Say Tony Marie's willing to bowl, but she needs a ramp in the bumpers.
Well, yeah, we heard that.
Yeah, we heard that.
Daly buries 8, 3 right, 5 left. Holbrook 1, 2,
When you have
5,
four
7.
open mics, one of them's going to catch that stuff, Al. When you have 4 microphones, one of them's going to catch it.
What a try by Holbrook.
And Daley just a shade away on that 3-pin. Holbrook's try for the third ball. That'll connect for 10.
37 through 3.
Still pin perfect. Go ahead, Paul.
Josh at 9. Sorry, Greg. 36 through 3. Early in the first of 3 strings, the Candlepins for Cancer fundraising event.
The old holding their own right now. It's 145, 143. We have 1 strike hanging for the Young Guns and a spare.
Holbrook coming back for the 1, goes 3, 6, 10. Daly in the pocket again, 8. 5 middle, 6 to the right. Wood rolling away, trying to hang on and get up the broom.
Oh, look at this. He's going to catch a break.
Must stop by rule.
Not a
before he throw
great
the ball.
angle.
Holbrook, who needs the wood? Spare. Sharpshooter. 47 of the ball through 4.
We're seeing a rematch of the Friday Night Pro League between Team Hingham with Craig Holbrook and Team Central 3 with Josh Daley. Wearing that shirt.
Oh, he almost stole it. That would have been something.
Looked like that one was a little too high, but he bounced it off the pin, off the curtain.
Josh's Central 3-2 with Charlie Collins, the Terminator, Nick Norcross, Justin Waters, Nick Leach, and Danny Harris, the defending champions. Friday Night Pro League starting September 6th, every Friday night on Candlepin Bowling Network, on YouTube, and or on Facebook. Daly 45 through 4, Holbrook 47 in the ball through 4.
Not often you have to retrieve 2 balls from the channel.
All right, Mike Morin.
And they make one of the bowlers do it, for heaven's sakes. Where's Ralph Stewart when you need him? Well, this is great. A 1-pin difference in the match so far. Tommy struggling to hit the head pin on his first shots, leaving the 1, the 2, and the 4. And his grandson, who nominated him and inducted him into the Candlepin Hall of Fame in 2014.
As did Nate Fontaine also.
Lane 9.
Olszta missed left.
There's such a resemblance in technique.
Aaron, tough shot. He almost got it. Give it a ride. Olszta at 10, deadly pinner.
Nobody is a bigger fan of Tom Olszta than his grandkids.
Tom 3's a while, 3-3-3, 33 through 3, Fontaine a 9. Playing poker, 3 9s.
And Nathan is here as well, his younger brother.
Mike, what's the best poker hand you ever won with low scoring cards?
That what?
I guess we're playing.
4 9s or.
I guess we're playing Raz now.
Yeah, I'm not a poker player. I'm a blackjack player.
Okay, blackjack. Olszta 3-2 split. Fontaine 8-5 in the 7.
That's 4 splits now.
A useless piece of wood maybe to the right, and that's rolling back. Could help. Tom 1-4-7. Nothing like the great game of Candlepin Bowling. Get the word out.
Do we want to take a peek at that, Bob? That wood is interesting. Yeah, it looks more like an obstacle than anything because it's blocking the right side. Let's see how Aaron navigates this.
Book your birthday party, corporate events, wedding venues at your local bowling center right here at Bowl-O-Rama. They do a ton of them here. Ski ball shot going for the 50 is Fontaine.
Oh, look
back
at
to the 5 somehow.
And that's fair contact. Once you hit a pin fair on the plate, it counts in Candlepin. Doesn't matter what happens after.
And Tom gets a ricochet. That won't go for a 9. 42 through 4 in the first. Aaron a 9. 36 through 4. I was joking with Aaron Fontaine saying the Vegas line has the money on you, Aaron. The higher average right now. And so far, Tom has the lead on him, 42-36. Update from Greg Gouillart.
And the pinfall is exactly even, though remember, the old crew, the old school, has an extra mark on their side. Spares and strikes tend to be about the same, Phil. Like you get 6.5 on spares and about 8 on a strike. So we expect that extra mark to currently favor the old, but we'll see how it pans out.
Aaron Fontaine, the rock star at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass, on a strike. Perfect shot, spread eagle, throwing the 8 behind the 2.
Here's Peter Flynn up on lane 9.
51 on the ball on the spare.
211, high single, high triple 482, and a high 5. Amazing 806. Mass State All-Event champion. I mean, all these 4 bowlers from many, many years, you need pages and pages, and we need hours to tell you about them, but you've watched them and you know how good they are.
7 on the fill for St. Cyr. He's aiming for a 10 here.
So 43 through 4, object pin for an 8, 51 half. Flynn's fill 5, 56 through 4, 10 in the box, 66 half. Not bad.
That's right, Peter Flynn leading the Legends. Has 3 spares. Overall, the Legends are actually ahead, 6-4 in marks, but the 2 big strikes for young guns.
Aaron St. Cyr, 118 league bowler, 122 his best season during the mixed worlds a couple years ago. He was forced into bowling at the age of 4. I love that how he got started bowling at 4. He was forced into it, a family of bowlers. He didn't put a gun to his head, but he went. Look at this shot. He got it! 61 on the ball through 6.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, what does it mean? What was forced into it?
Yeah, it's a family tradition. He didn't want to bowl, and they made him bowl, and it's worked out for him pretty good so far.
I would say.
I love that one.
Who doesn't want to go bowling, though?
They should have forced him into golf. He could have made a heck of a lot more money.
Peter Flynn 7, 73 through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network. From the Candlepins for Cancer roll-offs and live show September 28th. The 1-2-3 ball, 3-6-9, 9-pin variety format.
I think forced golf is a crime. I'm an atheist.
So roll in the roll-offs, Candlepins number 4, cancer.com to donate as well.
Totally kidding. There's a lot of overlap.
Charlie Collins, strong start, 9 again. Missed a single earlier. Gary Carrington, second time, half Worcester.
I think in his heyday, Gary was in the 40s, Bob, if you put a gun to it.
Yeah, he definitely is. Today he's throwing 31.
Collins for his third mark. He got it.
Wow. Played off double wood there.
Carrington, good bid. Spins around. Wood blocks the 9 and 10.
That's the way to make it. Real thin between the 1 and the 4.
It's only about a 1 in 5 chance to convert for pro bowls without wood. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. The research done by Bob Lee.
And important pins as well. The half Worcester is so easy to pin less on.
Carrington in football season, field goal for an 8, just 40 at the half.
By the way, he was the very first winner of the Easter Classic. I don't have it here, but I think it was. Oh, it was 87?
87, I believe it was.
Yeah, I knew it was the late 80s.
Maybe it was 89.
But yeah, it was. I think it was 89.
92.
Sure that's right.
1992, I'm 100%
okay.
sure.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking the President's Cup, Tom Olszta, 87.
I was there for that.
Collins with 8 on the fill.
Charlie, look at this, a 73 half. The youngest bowler here today.
That's right. Brings the young guns into about a 13-pin lead.
4 left, 6 right. Triangle for Carrington. Collins with the wood, missed it inside.
Babe, that's Gary Carrington. That's his best chance.
Can he take advantage? No. Talk about a champion. Bill Russell style, 10 World Championship appearances, 9 wins for Gary Carrington. Not a bad percentage, Mike.
we had so many great bowlers on Candlepin Stars and Strikes, and Channel 50, Gary was certainly one of my favorites. When I saw that he made the top 5 for the show, I knew good things were going to happen.
Charlie 982 through 6. Gary Carrington 848 through 6. Third bowlers, Josh Daley on the right, Craig Holbrook on the left. Craig's on a spare. 47 through 4. Josh 45 through 4. Daley back in the head pin, clipped wing eagle.
Another pitch at 46 miles an hour from the amped up superstar of the future, Josh Daley. Of the present, I should say.
Craig on the spare, thin hit, just 4. Not happy with that one. 63 years young.
Scoreboard shows 3, but it should be 4.
Yep.
Look at that.
Daley, good bid. Coming back for the
Where's it going?
2. Hits it.
Wow.
Wraps around. Will go.
Well, Craig Holbrook's still looking for his first 200, and I'm saying that's going to happen today. So what do you think about that?
51 through 4 official for Craig Holbrook. And nice out, 9. 60 half. Daley a 10. 5's a while. 5, 5, 5. 55 through 5.
For somebody who's, 24 years old, Josh Daley has so many credentials and wins already.
Current Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Class A Championship winner. A great match against Joey, the list of the freight train. Watch that on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube or Candlepin Corner on YouTube. Subscribe to there also. Candlepin Corner with Corey Lisi, Jordan Britton, and others.
Craig Holbrook is still working for the Coca-Cola Company. He's a troubleshooter when some of the soda systems go down.
I think you're going to say troublemaker.
Well, he's been known to be that as well. If there was a Hall of Fame for storytelling, my vote goes to induct Craig Holbrook.
You know, and I meant to mention early in the introduction that more people need to emulate Tom Olszta, Craig Holbrook, Bob Wickham, people like that. The way they carry themselves on and off the lanes, people who can just bowl like them, how much better would the sport be? They're just incredible examples.
You know, and these guys have all come together today. Nobody's getting paid to bowl. They're doing it for Candlepins for Cancer, as Al told us all before the match started.
We're paying the young bowlers.
Oh, we are? Okay.
$100 each, yeah, plus bonus money.
All right.
70 for Craig Holbrook through 6. Josh
Well,
Daley,
that's good.
65 through 6.
But it's just pennies on what they would be making in a normal
We'll make
tournament.
that back in the donate. That's why we do it. We sponsor tournaments to raise money to get it back and more so to help families out. So we promote Candlepin Bowling. We promote the Candlepins for Cancer 501c3 charity. So more money for the tournament winners, more money for the centers, more families getting helped out. Everybody wins with Candlepins for Cancer. Donations via Venmo, Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. Aaron Fontaine, 1 of the 10.
Do you think Aaron's a little more amped up today as a result of his grandfather?
Yeah, I think he'll settle down the second spring probably.
You think so?
I think so. Maybe not. You never know. Tom does it to a lot of bowlers. Aaron slides left for an 8. Just 44 at the half. No marks yet. Tom in a spare 5 to start.
See Tommy talking to Aaron. I don't know if he's razzing him or giving him some advice.
Probably both. Takes a 9, 51 half.
Well, Grandpa leads 51 to 44 in that matchup.
And what's the Vegas line, Mike?
Oh, I think it's overwhelmingly in favor of the young, but the older holding their own.
Hey, they're doing a fantasy league for the Friday Night Pro League. Let's do one for today, folks.
Each team with 6 marks through these the anchor bowlers now starting the 6.
Nice ball, 8. That looked like a strike for Fontaine. 6 right, 9 left. Olszta half Worcester, 2 in the 8.
It's the best lead Fontaine has seen.
After each string, we'll be doing a drawing or a fan that wins a ticket will get to bowl against the Hall of Famers and the Young Guns.
Oh no!
Aaron got robbed there.
Right after the drawing, do they get to come down right away and do it?
Yeah, Olszta leads up to 4-7.
Sometimes the wood just carries the pin and the ball apart in separate directions, and unfortunately, Aaron has to settle for 10.
Both get 10s. 54 for Aaron. Tom Olszta, 61. Back to top there. That means an update from Greg Gouillart.
The difference a spare makes. Oh, yeah, top of the order.
First of all, Greg, spell your name for the viewing audience.
Gouillart, and the pin lead for the NEW is 10 right now and an extra mark for Aaron St. Cyr, which will be filled right now. Currently, it's 6 marks to 6 overall in the match, but if you look at the pinning, 6 extra actual pins knocked down by
Mike,
Team New, so the power of that third ball coming through.
Little dry spell for the Legends. They did not mark in the 5th or 6th box.
Peter Flynn off to the left.
Puts
1, 3, 6, 9 behind the 3. St. Cyr on the spare. 9. Wiggle on the 3. 70, half. Correction, 70 through 6. Now in the 7th box.
I do love the name and the concept of Mount Rushmore, but because we're in New Hampshire, shouldn't we call them the old men of the mountain? Would that work?
Aaron missed that chance.
As long as you don't call them eroded, that's fine.
Of course, Peter, I don't know if he still works here, but he's been employed here at Bowl-O-Rama.
Aaron gets his first Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third for a 10. Flynn a 9. Peter 82 through 7. Aaron 80 through 7.
Aaron
We got a special guest here. We got the Magic Man, Tony Levesque. Hello, Tony.
Oh, Grant, what's going on? This is awesome. I love this.
Talk about your TikTok page.
Go live on TikTok every week. We've had a lot of followers, a lot of people watch it. It's awesome.
Tell us the TikTok site.
Say the what?
Tell us the name of the TikTok page.
Oh, Tony the Magic Man. You can find me pretty much everywhere on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Give me a follow wherever.
I love your video cuts. You're welcome to edit mine anytime, because I have no clue how to do that stuff. One of these days I'll learn it. Okay. Your son Max is doing very well also. He won the first Craig Holbrook Award also.
He won the first Craig Holbrook Award. He's the current Mass State champion. Max is on his way up, for sure.
Tough box for Peter Flynn, takes 6.
So Tony, the TikTok page again?
Tony the Magic Man.
Where'd you get that nickname from?
This guy, Paul Grant.
Never heard of him.
The man, the myth, and the legend himself.
The legend, the myth in his own mind, right?
I was hoping it was like
too.
a girlfriend or a wife or something, but no. It's Paul Grant?
No, it's just Paul Grant.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Tony. Magic Man.
All right, Paul, good seeing you, buddy.
You too. Okay. All right, give us an update here, Greg.
Thank you very much. We had Bob had the update rather. Aaron St. Cyr an 8 and Flynn a 6. Here's Charlie Collins and Gary Carrington with a split, unfortunately.
4 Horsemen of Generation Z with a 22-pin lead now. No marks hanging on the board.
What the hell? Can you get it? No. Gary can't buy a break. Collins missed the object pin to 3.
Carrington's finding the range increasingly. That was not terribly his fault. It's just the split didn't break apart for him.
10:58 through 7, the first of 3. Collins a 9. The Terminator 91 through 7.
Collins reached 41 miles an hour on that pitch.
So Bob, talk about how Candlepin Bowling Network got started.
Well, it was actually Spread Eagle Productions back in the day, and I really wanted to watch the pro bowlers. I was wondering where to see the pro bowlers because I took the game up in 2018. Gary Carrington off in the ocean on the left.
You started bowling in 2018?
Yep, that's right. And I wanted to see what I wanted to see what the young current bowlers did. I'd watched the Channel 5 stuff on YouTube, but the one place they had it live was on the ACST. And they were putting phones behind them, like you see Charlie Collins' phone right now. He's on TikTok, but there was no announcer. There's no, and frankly, if no one's telling you what the score is, ever try to watch a baseball game and not have balls and strikes and runs and outs and not know what inning it is? That was my experience. So I followed him to the alley down in Millis one day and asked the guys, "Hey, you mind?" 'Cause I was filling out my notebook. At some point, I said, "Hey, there's a nice 10 for Collins." I said, "You mind if I tell the viewers at home what the score is and give people more than a shaky paper update at the end of every string?" And so with guys like Rob Linehan and in the old and Pete Risatelli, some of the early matches I covered, it grew from there. People want it. They're now easily 20 of us broadcasting these things. As many people probably want to be announcers as bowlers these days. And if it keeps the game alive, we're going to be in every state where Candlepin is active. And I'd love to have a Canadian announcer step forward.
All right, Holbrook, good try there.
They cite Wi-Fi issues up there. I don't know if Bell and Rogers aren't getting enough connection speed, but
oh, what a show for a spare for
yes.
Daley. 3-6-10 into the 7. 75 in the ball through 7. Holbrook an 8.
But dear Canada, why not just record?
78 through 7.
I'll fix that camera
Candlepin
in
Bowling
just a
Network on YouTube. Free to subscribe, never a charge.
Well, Bob, I am shocked that you've just been bowling 6 years because you bowl in a higher level, company with people.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm a 110 now.
Daley for
There
a
you
strike.
go.
He's got it.
His second strike of the
Bouncing
game.
strike on
Yeah.
spare. 85 through 7, 95 plus 2 through 8.
See why he's so good?
Just a little bit good, huh, Greg?
He's okay.
Charlie Collins says he's okay. Charlie Collins. Having a good string. Charlie.
Ball in the channel there. I think Craig's going to have to. It's coming back.
Charlie Collins. I knew it was a lot of nervous bowling a guy like Gary Carrington. 2 spares to start. You're on a pretty good string so far yourself.
Beautiful 10.
Yeah,
Craig Holbrook.
there is no nerves. I was a little nervous in the first box, but in that, I'm just throwing a good ball.
Talk about your TikTok page.
Sure. So I stream on TikTok every Tuesday, Friday, whatever tournaments I do. The @ is _Charles1_. I'm currently streaming right now. I just do it to get the game open, like you, Paul, as much as possible. And I love doing it. I post videos. I post silly things, good things, bad things. You name it, I post it.
What's the TikTok site again?
Yeah, it's _Charles1_. Currently live right now, but hopefully you guys stay in here. Come over after. And yeah.
How'd you get that nickname, the Terminator?
I wonder who, Paul. I really wonder who.
All right, good luck, Charlie. All right, Charles Collins, back to live action. Tom Olszta picks it up.
Foiled on his spare attempt. There has been a 10-box drought for the Legends.
It happens. Semi-pro happens to the Pro Bowlers too.
And they have fallen behind by over 30 pins, so slowly but surely,
It was tied at one point earlier.
the Gen Zers are pulling ahead.
Tom 71, Aaron 62. Terrific shot, spread eagle plus the 8. We've seen this 2 or 3 times already.
He just left that so he could show us how it's made.
Fontaine looking for Mark, buries the puck. He's got a 2-1 split, a 1-1 split. Oh, 0-1 split, even better. Tom, Audra pin, tough break. That's a youch, a yikes, and ouch. Y-O-U-C-H. Call up Webster. Put that in the dictionary.
He's hit his last 5 objects, has nothing to show for it.
Aaron on the board, spare.
That's his first mark.
72 in the ball through 8. Olszta is 7. 78. Through 8.
Let's take a look at the scores, shall we? 2 extra marks for Team New, so 9 marks to 6. The mark advantage isn't that huge, although 3 extra marks and all the count they're getting on them. And also a pinning advantage of 13 at this point, so that's opening up as well. And there you see it, but remember, this is a 3-string match, total pinfall. Anything can still happen.
We've got Aaron Fontaine, the grandson of Tom Olszta. Nerves of steel in the beginning?
No, not at all.
The Vegas line has you favored, you know.
You might want to check that. I think it's the other way around. I told the guys at warm-ups, I bet your FanDuel is putting at least $100 on him to win against me today.
So now you get a chance to take the lead with a 7-fill next.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm throwing a good ball. They're just not breaking up, but...
Is he harassing you over there, or is he just encouraging you, or both?
Both. You know him. He likes to get the best out of me.
St. Sarah spare. 98. 98 in a ball in the 9th.
All right, so if you're bowling, say, 10 games against your grandfather, what's the record going to be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm
Typically.
going to beat him, if I'm going to have to throw 1,500 to beat him, I'll tell you that right away.
Oh, now the false humility, Aaron. Now, come on.
I don't know. I mean,
Tough to say. Who
I'll
keeps
never
track?
say he doesn't have it. So.
Peter Flynn at 10. 98 himself. 98 through 9. You've been bowling really well the last year or so. Won some titles. You got 6 Massachusetts state titles.
I've had a good year. Won the overnighter at spare time. Came in 3rd at Easter. Won a couple of tournaments recently at spare time too. Won the Tournament of Champions in December.
There's a strike on spare. Wow, bombs away, baby, for the rock star. 108 through 9. 118 is average, plus 2.
Saints here with his second strike.
You want to try some play-by-play?
No, that's Mike's
What,
job.
while you're bowling?
No, not while I'm bowling.
There's a Peter Flynn comes right back with a spare. 108 in the ball.
It is nice to see this many people showing up to watch this exhibition.
I'm glad there's a lot of people here. I'm just hoping we can raise a lot of money
Yeah.
for people that need it the most. So.
Well, you signed a bowling pin for us from Wallex. Earlier, we're going to raffle that one off, see if we can get a couple $100 out of it, you and the other 7 bowlers. So.
Double strike, wow! St. Cyr on fire here in Portsmouth at Bowl-O-Rama.
We'll put the spare smudge on there. 128 and a ball. A huge 10th box for Aaron St. Cyr.
Well, considering that he started his first 2 boxes by hitting the 10 pin on the first throw, this is a nice way to finish.
And Peter Flynn, a tough spread eagle, Phil.
Well, the good news for the Legends is that they just broke up their. They hadn't had a mark since Craig Holbrook's spare in the 4th, and Peter Flynn, of course, got his and then filled it with the spread eagle.
We'll give him $100 if it's not a strike here.
St. Cyr on the double.
What's that?
I'll give you $100 for Cancer. Cancer throws a triple right here.
Oh, thanks, Aaron.
He owes us $100.
He didn't get the memo in time.
Big 23 box there.
Nice string. 131 for the rock star, Aaron St. Cyr. Aaron. Thank you, Aaron Fontaine.
By the way, we have another microphone for the next interview.
Okay.
When that time, if and when.
All right, here's Charlie Collins, 101 through 8. Gary Carrington, 66 through 8. Talk to Aaron St. Cyr in just a moment here. Aaron St. Cyr, how you doing? Were you a little bit nervous in the beginning there? The 10 pin, the first.
Yeah. Could you tell?
Yeah,
could you
just
tell?
a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Don't watch my videos.
Oh, look.
I know. It's pretty fun. First couple balls were kind of a fluke, but finished strong. We're having a good time up there, though. Good group of guys.
Carrington picks it up. Raise the flag, he says. On the board, spare.
Everybody has a mark now.
76 in the ball through 9. Collins 9, 110 through 9. Talking to Aaron St. Cyr. Where'd you get the nickname, the rock star?
I think you gave that to me, Paul.
I did?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
A couple of years ago. Yeah.
Tell the viewers, we got your stats here. Tell some of the viewers some of your accomplishments you're proud of.
My most recent one was probably the Pro Series Tournament of Champions. That was a good victory. Tough ladder, but came out on top, so that was a good feeling.
Evan River's a big fan of yours.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his too. We bowled a lot together. He's always a good teammate to have. He's always supportive, on and off the lanes, of course. So.
All right. Good luck today.
Thank you, Paul.
Aaron St. Cyr, the rock star.
Lane 10 still waiting to reset. I guess all those strikes and rapid marks are setting it back here. So it gives us a few seconds anyway.
Let's bring in Bob Lee.
Well, the young guns are behind the double strike from Aaron St. Cyr, have taken about a 54-pin lead, and they've also got, let's say, 54 plus 2 balls. They have each team with a spare, and they've got a strike. I think the Legends are going to have to reach deep into their history, find a way to come back. High score for them so far. Peter Flynn with a 112. He's 12 over the, and that Craig Holbrook is 8 over after 8.
Gary Carrington is such a character, and hint, hint, you should get Lunch with Tommy and Stacia by Mike Morin. There's some great stories about him, including his encounter with Dottie Lawrook that's worth a read for sure. He's such a demonstrative guy, even on Stars and Strikes. Careful that doesn't fall off. And also just here as well. I wish we had a front cam on that reaction. That was such a great reaction. Let's see how he feels. Collins is a half Worcester. Carrington mixed out 4.
It's up to 80 through 9. Need a 10 for 90.
Another great story about the false teeth as well with Gary Carrington too.
Good bid there.
Yeah, he put it in the right place.
Collins was working out the half Worcester. It ends up with 7.
117, opening string, first of 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Carrington 8, disappointing 88 string. I'm sure that'll get it going for the second. He has a lot of fire in his inside still.
Craig Holbrook, the lefty, the only active pro on the team from Mount Rushmore.
And
well,
not just
Gary's been bowling on Tuesday nights, I think, at Academy Lanes, I believe, too, lately.
Yes, Carrington is doing a league. But Holbrook is not just surviving, but thriving.
Yeah, he's in the pros. He's on a Friday Night Pro League team. He's on Worlds teams, Mixed Worlds teams. In fact, the current holder of the Mixed Worlds title.
Josh Daley's on a strike. He has a diamond on lane 10. On lane 9, Craig Holbrook, 4 horsemen and a post. For 3 in a row. He gets it. Unbelievable, isn't he?
That piece of deadwood kept everything all contained, and
went down in one flash.
Up to 115 in the ball in the ninth. Who is this guy?
It's great to see the Holbrook Coca-Cola teammates here from Mixed International. I mean, Craig's interview after was a delight. He says, I'm just so happy to give a title to a number of deserving bowlers as well. Amanda Carroll, Aaron Merrill, Mike Salona. Uh-oh, who am I forgetting? There's others. But these two, great to see them all.
Holbrook 896-9 late in the first. We'll do a drawing after each string. 2 tickets drawn in the bowl against one of the legends and one of the young guns. Support Candlepins for Cancer. Left-hander fires away, crossing over 9. Ooh. Leaves up to 2. Wood rolls away.
Daley said either 8 or 9 head pins this string.
Holbrook on the head pin and the spread eagle.
Well, pressure's off. He's got 100.
Tom Olszta, Aaron Fontaine will wrap up the first next. Daley right on it, spare. The fill is 9, 124 through 9 on the strike, 134 on the ball in the 10th. Surpassing Aaron St. Cyr of 131 leadoff bowler score.
Josh leads all with, actually he and St. Cyr both had 5 marks. St. Cyr, of course, with a double strike at the end.
Holbrook 8, a pair of 8s, unusual for him, 104 first string. Daley trying to get another strike. He gets 7. And a nice string, 141 for Josh Daley. Wow.
Pro averages in Candlepin top out in the 120s and seldom the 130s. 141 is amazing.
And the young guns have a commanding lead right now, 461 to 382. Plenty of time left. Bob will check the speed on the radar here soon. Aaron Fontaine on the right, Tom Olszta on the left.
Fontaine back to his 36. He's thrown between 36 and 37 miles an hour on each of his pitches. Likewise, his grandfather throwing 35 to 36 miles an hour. That one was 35.
So for Fontaine, the pressure's on. A mark to get 100.
We're going to get $25 in bonus money for 3 marks in a row, by the way. We'll give $100 for a 4-net game, 4-net series. A perfect string, $100 also, courtesy of Candlepins for Cancer.
88-87, grandfather and grandson.
Aaron's fill was 678 through 8, now 1088 through 9. Olszta 987.
Shoot that, Tommy.
So let's see, we get some bonus money to give out here. I forgot to tell the guys that, but surprise.
Come on, you're the Channel 5 greatest of all time along with Stacia Zernicke. Let's go. You can do that. It's nothing.
Must be true. I read it in a book somewhere.
We have no sponsors. We do 25 instead of 50. Sorry, folks. So, Bob, what do you have for bonus money so far?
Well, Aaron St. Cyr with that double on a spare. He got 3 in a row. He is 25. And Josh Daley had 4 in a row to finish things off here in the first of 3 strings. So he has $50, correct?
Yep. Olszta, wiggle on the 6. Won't go, but decent wood for a spare chance. He wants to beat his grandson badly.
Well, I think he's going to.
And that's 1-5 to Worcester. Ouch. Aaron gets a sarcastic grin. Olszta. Got it! Wow, spare!
Aaron gave himself the choke sign. Don't if you caught that.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Aaron going golfing. 4. 92 opening string.
Oh, I get it.
1 spare for Aaron.
Olszta in the bonus. 4.
Maybe.
5. 102 opening string. The score from Greg Gouillart.
Let's take a look here. It is 75 pin advantage. Are we able to take a 1-minute timeout, or are we going to plunge right into it? We're going to go right into it. All right, string 2 will be starting in just a moment. Aaron Fontaine, Aaron St. Cyr, and Peter Flynn. Right now, 75 pin advantage.
I think we're pulling a name for somebody to bowl against one of the pros.
Excellent. We'll be right back in just a moment. Yeah, let's go bowling.
Okay.
All right.
The rockstar Aaron St. Cyr coming up for 131 first. Peter Flynn coming off. What did Peter get in that first string?
Peter Flynn had a
112.
Yeah,
112.
Yeah.
He had 112. He had 4 spares, though.
Aaron, another strike bid.
After finishing string 1 with a double strike. Of course, St. Cyr started with
a 10-pin clip each of the first 2 boxes.
Deep ocean balls in the first 2 boxes.
Spare.
All right.
To start the middle string.
Looked like a direct hit. Could have had a guy to the right as well.
So where did the Rockstar come in for Mr. St. Cyr?
Just something I came up with. Flynn.
He looks like one. He's got hair that's living. He's got the curl.
Yeah. Sure. They just come to my head every once in a while. Something comes up off the cuff, and it kind of sticks sometimes. Flynn, a 10 to start the second of 3.
Hello to everyone watching on Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so that you're always in the know on the latest bowling content.
Aaron on the head pin, 9. 19 through 1. Flynn. Aaron used to work at the same place where Peter Flynn bowled. If you back to back, gets it.
Wow.
29 of the ball through 2.
Butterflies are gone.
Not the easiest spare either. Hitting the cap directly might have deflected the ball away and actually caused it not to go.
8 for Flynn, just 18 through 2. Not happy with that one. Still bowling a high level.
The 4 horsemen of Generation Z are showing who's boss here. They won string 1, 481 to 406. Those of you who want the division done, that's an average of 120 to 101 and a half.
They're having a good time though.
Yep.
And it's all about the charity. It's good for the sport. It's great for the charity also. That's what it's all about.
Paul, when's the last time you bowled? It's not all about the charity. It's about knocking down pins.
And the charity. It's a fundraising event.
Oh, we're not calling lobs today. Never mind.
I'm not snitching. We're not going to say a word.
Interesting wood here for Collins.
Oh, he even touched the 6-pin.
Carrington up the wall.
Come back.
Can't quite get there. Field goal for an 8.
Who's the captain of the Legends team? Is it Tom?
Probably is.
Yeah. So we'll just have to formally warn him about Gary's lob ball.
Bob, you cannot call a grievance.
Do we have a grievance committee, Paul?
No, it's all fun.
I'm the grievance committee, overruled.
Fundraising event, a lot of mulligans, a lot of grace. Great for the game. Collins, 2 perfect, spread eagle, -1, clip wing eagle it's called. Carrington off to the left, just 4.
Yeah, Collins has split in literally half of his boxes, implying the head pin.
Good bid there.
That's right. Some of the advice from Bob Allard, who works here and bowls here, is that your ball you have to hit the sidewalls. You have to, if possible, a spinning ball or a ball from right to left or left to right. You're going to get your most action bashing things off the walls here, and you'll see that the scores do go up.
Collins a pair of 8s, Gary a 9 to 10 to start their second of 3. Josh Gilly had a 141. Craig Holbrook had a 104 head-to-head in the first.
+3 to Babe to start it off.
Bring in Mike Morin.
All right, Craig Holbrook, the only bowler of this collection of All-Stars and Hall of Famers that bowls competitively, regularly with the young guys that we see, and does well. I think Bob brought that up a few minutes ago. It still blows my mind. I'm going to guess he's 63.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Because I was reading the 10-year-old program where he was 53 from the Hall of Fame. I said, well, my Catholic schoolmaster tells me that another 10 years make it 63.
He's won a couple of things, hasn't he, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has indeed.
Good bid by Daley.
Over 1,400 games, he estimates.
400 triples, yeah.
That's probably doubled now.
400 triples. Right?
I wonder, though, how can he document that?
Nice shot,
Not that I don't believe
it.
him.
Was estimated. He wrote a long post about it where he estimated he had an average of 136, 137 for many years, and he had some records of just how many he had in league.
Yeah.
And he extrapolated.
Okay, that makes That makes sense.
Yeah, I put a post about his credentials, and somebody said that there's no way he had 1,400 games, but like he said, he put a post out explaining it.
Well, if you can prove that he hasn't, please step forward. Otherwise, I'm going with what Craig says.
It was a conservative estimate, too.
Yeah. I don't. Does anybody be close to that, do you think?
Yeah, two spares in string one. Already has one here. First ball in the second on the fill. Right on the 1-3 pocket. And what's that?
That's called a mess. 15 through 1 in the second of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Rosh takes aim.
Taylor missed that chance on the 5-9.
Left of center on that one. Holbrook's just going to have to pin, I think. I don't think that was helping much. Careful with the mics, gentlemen.
A streaker in the bowling alley. Yes, Paul.
Now talk about Candlepins for Cancer, how you got the charity started, where it's going right now.
Well, what we do is when I moved up to New Hampshire years ago, my best friend bought a casino, and the ones in New Hampshire are all charity casinos. And after a couple of years, they decided, well, the game, I bowled a little bit. The game seemed to be floundering, so what? And figured I'd throw my 2 cents in. And I've always done, actually, the bowling community always have done things for charities. So I decided to just go one step further and make it I went into the federal government, and it took me about 8 months. But I got a 501c3 where we could run tournaments and benefit our community at the same time. And then we slowly progressed, and then literally
spare for Fontaine.
What happened was it literally ran into you, Paul, and we just kind of took it from there. And we go all over New England, and our goal is to send anybody in our community $500 donations to your family or to yourself if you're recovering from chemo and radiation or just starting. It doesn't matter. It's a very simple process. You go on candlepinsforcancer.com and you apply, and we don't ask any questions. But you have to be in the bowling community, or if a family member, or even if it's a friend of yours, it has to be somebody from our bowling community. And we're a pretty tight-knit community, and we're trying to helping each other, and that's how it all starts. And it's been really helpful for our game to grow. For example, we got better equipment now. We got the things like this.
What a shot for a spare, back-to-back, 16 through 1, 26 in the ball through 2. Olszta, will it go? Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Wow. He gets a giggle out of that one.
Now, if Tommy was a little younger, that would have fell quicker.
Which one's misery for a 10, 19 through 2. Al, go ahead.
But now it's growing our game. We moved all over New England with the charity and help families in New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Not so much Vermont. We're hoping to get something from them eventually. But Paul and his crew, like that I'm standing with right now, they go all over New England promoting the charity and our game. And this tournament right here is the youth. We have some great youth bowlers that have come up. And what we did was we took the best guys that were in my opinion, the 4 of the top best guys that we've ever had in our game are kind of getting a little older now, and we're going to replace them with these younger guys, and that's just about it where we are now.
Okay, thank you, Al Johnson, Hall of Famer yourself,
Thanks,
2023 class.
I will talk to you soon. You'll be in there yourself, Paul.
Okay, thank you. Let's get an update from Greg Gouillart. We're talking to Al Johnson.
Bill right now for St. Cyr is just 2. Look at these pins spill, though. Won't make a spare. 31 through 2.
Young Guns.
We'll score this up here, and then, yeah, Bob, if you want to take this, that's fine.
Yeah, the Young Guns picked up another 11 pins plus a ball. Aaron St. Cyr, of course, just with a 2 fill there.
Mark's situation is 17-10 overall in the match.
Peter Flynn's favorite bowling moment was with his mother, Evie Flynn. With Evie Flynn, rather, winning a mixed state doubles.
Some of the best photos in Candlepin bowling involve Peter Flynn, the one where he and his team won the Worlds years ago, and he's being hoisted into the air. and another one that appeared in the Boston Globe from the side of his face looking down to the lanes. 2 great shots involving this wonderful pro bowler.
Yeah, he had a great beard back in the day.
He did.
And an iconic video with it when he got that triple strike at the end of the Channel 5 live show. Had that huge fist pump. That was iconic.
That was 1977. He bowled Evie Flynn, that state title. That was the proudest moment, he said. A lot to pick from. But that's kind of him to say that. His mother.
By the way, Fontaine's spare fill was 3, and so that will upgrade it to 52. Flynn 36 through 4, and I believe this should be correct now.
St. Cyr, okay.
Yes.
Right.
92.
Gary Carrington trying to get something going. Just getting back after a long layoff recently. Charlie Collins for a strike.
Rips.
Yes, the Terminator strikes. 26 plus 2 through 3 Carrington. That looks good. That won't go.
Oh, boy.
That'll irritate him.
Would have been nice to have a little more pin action there. They were shaking and moving around.
His favorite bowler, by the way, is the late Mike Sargent, whose son Chris, of course, has the highest game, 245.
With Ralph Sem?
With Ralph Sem, that's right.
He has the high 5, 841, right? Mike Sargent.
300 is mathematically possible in Candlepin bowling, but realistically, many consider impossible.
Carrington, 827 through 3.
Chris Sargent throwing the highest triple on our Candlepin Stars and Strike show at 495. And on that particular day, when you bowl that well, you have a lot of time to fill because, you know, you're not taking as many turns. So I told him, I said, we've got about 10 minutes to fill at the end. He was not happy about that. The good news is his dad, Chris Sargent, was out in the gallery that day, and he came up and helped his son fill that 10 minutes or whatever it turned out to be with Dick Lutzkin.
Charlie going for the spare and strike. Yes.
Wow. I'm trying to remember if that moment in particular has been posted, but Mike Sweeney, a.k.a. Wolfman12395 on YouTube, has that in a number of great classic clips, including from Stars and Strikes.
Wonderful at that.
And he's here, by the way, if you ever wanted to meet the guy that's doing all that uploading.
Yeah, we met him at the Hall of Fame exhibition here last year. Charlie 36 through 3, spare 46 through 4, Carrington 8, 35 through 4 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Being the weird sort of guy I am, I took great delight in holding the VHS cassette of Paul Berger's 500 that Mike Sweeney uploaded.
At least it wasn't 8-track.
Channel 5 Candlepin Bowling, formerly Fun for All Ages, the 35.
Strike for Holbrook.
That's the first strike from Mount Rushmore there.
Really? 1 to 3.
So much power, the ball is returning on its own.
I meant to say 8mm video, Greg. 8-track was on audio. 8mm video. Or VHS-C. Daley, object pin won't go.
I mean, I remember recording VHS cassettes. I'm 32 years old for the record, but...
The last strike in Candlepin For Cash, 1980, Candlepin For Cash, I had it on a 3/4-inch Betamax tape because it didn't take a VHS machine at McDonald's.
I've seen it. I've watched
so
it.
I got on Betamax, a 3/4 Betamax version on VHS from 1980. The Daley 10, 3 10s, 30 through 3.
It's pretty tough when your broadcasting career peaks the first time you're on TV.
I know. It's all downhill from there.
You and Bob Gamir, what could have been?
Looking for 2. Gets a split.
When he gave me the microphone, by the way, it was not planned. It was not planned.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was just...
You sure you weren't out there
choreographing? Did you ever give it back?
Yeah, I gave it back to him. Oh, I was nervous.
Couldn't tell. But you didn't give Bob Gamir a sky bar. That's the one thing that was missing.
No, I didn't know about him back then.
Bob Gamir, the controversial but effective host of Candlepins For Cash on NBC, where much like the Bowling for Dollars shows in many other markets.
7, a local affiliate, Channel 7.
Mm-hmm.
But the last 3 years of it were filmed at the Wallex, and Rico Petroselli was the host.
All right, so Craig 49, Josh 39 through 4. Aaron Fontaine, 2 spares in a row. Aaron Fontaine, rather, 2 spares in a row, 26 in the ball through 2. Tom Olszta, 19 through 2.
So if I'm reading the scoreboard correctly, it's about 100-pin difference now with the youngsters.
Yep. It was triple digits, 99, basically that.
The youngsters have the higher averages, obviously, nowadays. Than the
sure.
Fontaine.
And the younger bodies and everything else. Oh, Tommy. The old Tommy shows up for that one.
It wasn't that long ago that Tom Olszta bowled in mixed worlds. I believe it was on Rich Lamoni's team,
Frank
then called
DeLuca, Faye Sawyer.
The GOAT team. It was the
Yes.
GOAT team.
Good try.
All right, no bonus money there for Aaron.
Pair of spare sixes.
Weekends. Wearing his Bogey Lanes jersey.
Dunks that for a none out of that.
no reset on that pin setter. Take your time. Make sure the wood is truly done moving.
41 through 3 in the second of 3 from beautiful Bowl-O-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Fall leagues are starting soon. Sign up here.
With the Cubica scoring system, which really makes things easy. No more guessing on how many pins. Occasionally it will malfunction, but not often.
Olszta 7 to fill.
Well, look at
36
this.
for 3.
And it's an easy touch of a button
Oh, it's still going.
to correct the score. You're welcome, Andrew Medeiros.
Back to back.
2 in a row for Grandpa.
With the bonus money next, they'll fire it up. 46 in the ball through 4.
Way to sit on a couple, as they say.
Fontaine right on the face for a 10. Correction spare. 51 in the ball through 4. Matching spares. So the first string was what? The difference was Tom and
75 was the difference in the first string.
Tom against Aaron.
In the first string,
102 to
Yep.
92.
yep, Tommy had Aaron by 10 pins.
Yep.
This time, Fontaine has a 5-pin advantage over all Team New. Still cranking it out here.
So just a reminder again, folks, sorry about the first string mix up. After each string, we're going to be doing 2 bowlers will bowl against the Hall of Famer or the Legends against and one against the Pro Bowler also.
Sounds good. I was begging for you to come to the headset, like, please tell the viewers what's going on here. But it was a lot of fun to watch. That's a great way to get people involved. It reminds me of a similar event we had here, the Hall of Fame exhibition, also here at Bowl-O-Rama Portsmouth.
Last August, in fact.
Flynn,
Come
strike.
on, Peter.
Oh, no.
Wants to
Oh,
go. It
Hey!
no. The second strike for the Legends.
does. Making my mind. Strike. Rockstar spare.
So is Peter Flynn a fan of Larry the Cable Man? The cable guy, rather?
Not in my notes.
Look at his shirt. His get her done.
He's a 2008 Hall of Fame inductee, Peter Flynn.
Get her done.
Aaron, strong half again, 62 in a ball through 5, had a 131 first. Fires away, but goes right. 1, 2, 8.
Good 7 fill for that ball.
Flynn. First ball and strike, Lucky gets 7. 1, 7, 8.
Okay, good late action and a hanger.
I'm not sure the wood's covering everything. First, Aaron.
Let's zone in on the pin
Aaron
cam.
back to back. 79 in the ball through 6.
See what's going to have to happen with Peter's ball. He's a little straight, but nope, doesn't go.
Just missed inside. Aaron had 2 spares to start. 2 spares here now in the 5th and 6th.
It's like a yard sale at the left gutter. Eight fill, 8 box, and that's 62, excuse me, through 6.
Peter Flynn defeated Tom Olszta in Channel 5 in 1986 in a low-scoring match, 361 to 353. Tom returned the favor in 1994 with a whopping 406 337 victory. But Peter beat him here in the exhibition a couple of years ago. But I joked with Peter Flynn, Tom Olszta hasn't beaten total pinfall.
Speaking of favors, please hit the like button on whatever platform you're watching. Just the thumbs
Strike
up
for
button.
the Terminator!
People may have missed that big hammer from Collins, but they don't have to miss the rest. Please like the video so that the algorithm will push it to more. Thank you.
Strike, spare, strike, 56 through 4, 66 half plus 2. Wow. I like the wood here for Carrington, Mike.
That's 3 in a row.
Barn door in front of the 7. Carrington can slice this. He's waiting for the wood to settle by rule.
A little light.
Just a bit on the outside. Want to be on the 3-6 pocket. Not that I have to explain that to him.
Gary's high single 199, high triple 499, high 5 796. Floating with a 2-5, 200, 500, 800 series.
Wow. So he's just 2 pins away from having a 500 and a 200 for his credentials.
199, 796. How close?
Wow.
2789, the very first Easter Classic.
You have to be pro level and you have to be lucky to get those scores.
Through 7 triple strikes on TV. Collins on the strike, 7-8. Carrington lucky to get 8-9. Wood with a 1.
Yeah. Let's look at that wood for Charlie. He's bowling for his 4th in a row.
And another $25 in bonus money.
He's going to have to
deflect the wood. No.
Sends it just behind the 7 pin.
Maybe needed to be further right to get more of a spin.
9 in the strike, 75 half, and Gary.
Denied.
And that's the problem with end caps right there. Deflects the ball away if you hit it just the wrong way.
Was that pin frozen, though?
I don't.
I'm going to guess not, otherwise it would have gone down.
It seemed to poke through clean, so I would say no.
85 through 6 for Charlie. Carrington not a 10, 54 through 6. Sorry, Greg.
Sorry to keep stepping on you, Paul, but if the pin were frozen, touching it more to Mike's point, then yeah, it probably would have had more of a chance to take it. Alas.
Because I think he hit it where he wanted to. An inch either way.
Halfway through the match right now. Mike, talk about your book again. It's here at Bowl-O-Rama. Talk about your book and your other books you've written also.
He is one of the bowling centers that does carry Lunch with Tommy and Stacia, TV's Golden Age of Candlepin Bowling, and it's all about the great people you're watching today. And someday I'm hoping somebody will write the follow-up of the young snuds, the Gen Zers.
I think you'll be around, Mike, still. You're going to make it triple digits.
I'm going to go to 100?
104.
Really? Will you be feeding me my gruel in the morning and paying the $1,000 a day where it's... Well, anyway.
See the wood there for Daley. He's got... No.
Send the violin ball across and back and forth.
If it's any consolation, I wonder if the wood covers the 9. Redline was looking just at the 10, it seemed.
What a shot for a spare for Holbrook.
Holbrook taking it here to Daley. He came in with a 10-pin lead. Makes that 11 plus this ball in his matchup with Josh.
Nothing like the great game of Candlepin Bowling. It's an unbelievable sport for all ages. 102-year-old Charlie at Academy Lanes bowls in the senior league. 76-year-old bowler in Butwell started bowling last fall and loves it. Never too late to bowl Candlepin Bowling up in Maine. A lot of people in their 70s have just started bowling the last 2 or 3 years.
Oh, Bob Lee.
Wow, bombs away, baby! Strike tomahawk time!
Wow.
Daley delivers.
Josh's third
that
strike.
Was a hammer.
58 plus 2 through 6. Holbrook on the crossover. It's a bucket shot. 64 half, up 16 on Daley right now in the string. They lost the first by 37.
Oh. He got on the 2-5 side on that one, I think. Game of inches. Maybe wanted the 2-4 pocket if he could have placed it himself, but it's so difficult. There's no oil pattern and no mercy in this sport.
10-74 through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Well, the videos are climbing. The subscribers are climbing. We're going to hit 3,100 subscribers today. We got close to 1,300 videos.
144 watching right now.
And that's on YouTube alone, by the way.
Yeah, probably another 100 on Facebook.
Thank you all very, very much.
Please tell your friends to subscribe. Again, never a charge. More importantly, get your friends out to bowl Candlepin Bowling. Fontaine on the spare. 4.
That may have been a lob. You should re-rack it and start over again.
55 through 4. Olszta in the bonus. He gets 5. 1, 2, 7, 9, 10.
Olszta has 2 in a row. He needs that for his $25 bonus.
It's a 5, so it says 4 on the board. Craig, that's a 5, Phil. 55 half for another one. He missed it.
He's wealthy enough to retire anyway.
He's won 4 tournament champions and 9 tries on Channel 5, winning $40,000 in those 4 wins. Not too bad. Jump change for you, Mike, right?
I would love to know what Tommy's lifelong earnings were.
I've talked about it before. He's bought houses and
cars.
And Gary Carrington's won 3 cars himself.
Back when you could afford a house and that kind of money.
I could have won a Datsun B210. The red light didn't come on, so I had to throw 2 strikes to get it. I didn't get it. The person that ran the show got the red light match and didn't get a strike. So that was a lousy car anyway. Tom slips, gets 2 just.
So what is that, Bob? What is that on his left sliding foot there?
He's got one of the. It's a slider. So those of you who love talcum powder, please consider getting a slider, so you don't have to screw the lanes up for everybody else.
Exactly.
It allows you to slip at a different rate. You can have different sliders, or just like you have the adjustable SST shoes, where you have to replace the whole.
True.
Have you ever been to one of the newer bowling centers? I mean, like the big monster places that have warning signs on the foul lines. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, we have those at Millis.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Is that, did the lawyers make them do that?
Well,
I mean,
there are a lot of children out there.
Well,
they fall off a lot of the time.
each of the 9, Aaron
so
72.
do seniors, by the way.
It's almost a 60 update from Greg Gouillart.
Well, as we transition to the score check and see those 2 extra marks right here. Take a look at this. Daley 6 marks, Collins 6, St. Cyr 8, Fontaine 4. So 5 marks for each of Flynn, Holbrook, and Olszta as well. They're hanging in there, even though the pins are lopsidedly towards the new. Yeah, there's no oil in the lanes, which is why, for example, Aaron St. Cyr was able to retrieve pins earlier, which is very routine in Candlepin. But, you know, liability laws are liability, I guess, so can't be too careful. Also, don't cross the foul line anyway.
So is that a custom piece for the do they sell that?
Yeah.
Is that something you would buy?
Yeah,
The shoe implement. Yeah, that's a pro shop type item. Spare Flynn.
I mean, I see guys wearing slippers around bowling centers, you know, when they're not in the settee area.
Right, and that's for walking around so that you don't
Right.
get your sliding shoe dusty from, you know, all the walking around people do in bowling centers. So
I think, Bob Lee, that would be a nice endorsement item for you. The slippers that people wear around the lanes. You know?
those are mostly so you can go outside and
Smoke.
Go to your car. Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
Vape or whatever it is.
Flynn, good count.
Hey, Peter Flynn.
The
With a
perfect
strike on
fill.
spare. He now has 2 strikes on the day to go with 5 spares. He leads the Legends.
And he had what, a 112 his first game?
Yep.
St. Cyr's going to use the wood.
Playing the wood. But that's probably the higher percentage shot when you think about it.
It's 15 inches
Yeah.
as opposed to a 3-inch
Yeah.
standing Candlepin.
And there was another piece closer to the single that might have caused a problem there. So Aaron's just turning to Alfie and saying, no, I had to play it there. By the way, the approach here at Bowl-O-Rama is a bit tackier, tighter than most, so that sliding implement helps even more in a place like this.
By the way, Aaron has 5 spares in his 8 boxes.
Strike!
As Gary Carrington goes deep. His first strike to go with a spare in string 1.
We got a special guest, Mike. You talked about him earlier. We got Mike Sweeney here.
How's it going?
Mike, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Great job in the videos. Tell the viewers about your videos.
Well, I've been uploading videos to YouTube on my channel, Wolfman12395, going back to 2007. And it doesn't feel like that was already, 16, 17 years ago? I can't even keep track of time anymore, it feels like. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a really cool way to archive old shows, especially since it's had a real big following, and it's been able to reach out to a lot of people across the world that have never heard of the game of Candlepin before. So it's always one of those things where I've always really liked doing it as a hobby, and I actually am hoping to get a few more tapes actually from Tom Olszta today that hopefully will be stuff that hasn't been seen yet.
How they subscribe to your channel?
Go on YouTube, and my username is Wolfman12395 if you haven't seen it already. And I usually mainly post a bunch of old shows from Channel 5, WNDS back in the old days, and
Carrington on strike, slips, gets 3. Go ahead, Mike.
Yep, and a few other things in between, but yeah, a lot of the stuff I've been finding lately has been from Channel 5, and also I've been going back and re-uploading a lot of older tapes that at one point that I may have uploaded several years ago, but when I originally uploaded it, like back in the day on YouTube, it was a lot more constrained as far as the quality goes because of the limitations that the site had. So over the last several years, I've been going back and re-uploading the shows again in better quality than I have before. So
it's noticeable.
Yeah,
it really
it's definitely a fun project to do because it's also kind of a way to make sure that I can also keep it on my computer in the best quality possible. It takes up a lot of hard drive space, but it's definitely worth it. So it's also fun to just go back and look through old VHS tapes that I found that we had buried up in like our attic that I just found some hidden gems, especially some old shows that I never realized I had.
So were you taping it at the time, or is this all contributions from people that you know?
A lot of the stuff that I had over the years was a lot of stuff that when I grew up was a lot of stuff that my dad recorded for me. This is when I was like real young, like only 2 or 3 years old. And my dad used to say that I used to just love watching it on TV, so he just started recording a bunch of stuff for me. And I'm very glad he did because one of the shows he recorded was one of the first shows he ever recorded for me was Paul Berger's 500 triple.
Wow.
So
okay. In the early 90s.
Yeah, that was May of 1992. So
well over half.
Daley double time! Wow! Crushed it! 2 strikes in a row, going for $100 in bonus money.
I wish I could bowl as good as some of these guys, especially Daley.
I can't do that in my dreams.
With all the bowling you watch, you can't? No, I'm kidding.
I know, right? Yes.
Well, now, I know that you do this because it's passion for you.
Yes.
Is there a way to monetize? Because you have pretty good subscription following.
Well, I've actually, all the shows I've ever uploaded, not once have I ever actually tried to monetize anything.
Yeah.
Because, number one, I mean, again, it's a passion, but at the same time, it's technically not my own footage, so I never want to try to make any profits off of this. I do this for a passion as a hobby because I just love the game and I love what I grew up watching. So
you avoid the lawsuits.
No, there wouldn't be any. But you're kind of the unseen celebrity in all this because it's what you've done that has brought these shows back. Otherwise, there's a lot that we would never have seen. So, let me thank you because I know I've watched your stuff.
Yes.
Daley,
the funny thing is, I never watched the shows I did.
Sorry, 5 in that first double strike box. Mike going for a spare and double strike on lane 9. Looks good, but just missed.
Good sticks, though, on the film.
19 in the second double strike box. The power of the double strike.
I can also say that
Daley at 10. Update here on the raffle. Charlene, how much do we have in the raffle?
$5.55.
Wow. Awesome.
Donations to Candlepin for Cancer for those that were not going to be here for the raffle.
Okay, awesome.
Or
Thank you.
didn't want their change back because
Awesome.
I appreciated them putting the rest over here.
Thanks, Charlene. And Mark did really well. He beat a pro.
You did, absolutely. He owes me big for that one.
Yep. I won't let him forget it. Thank you very much. Linda Tarasi, thanks for helping out, too. Great job.
Thanks, Paul.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
you've been a great help. We needed both of us to be able to do it because there's so many people.
Over 100 people here easily.
We don't want to make them wait because we want their donation.
All right. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Linda Tarasi. All right. $550 raised so far for the first raffle.
Nice.
To split.
We could just have people leave their wallets at the door, and then they can pick it up when they leave.
Speaking of
take the money.
that, where's yours, Mike?
I got the bowling pin.
Okay,
the Wolfman.
I also quickly wanted to say that I'm very glad to be here as well because this event actually means a lot. Especially I want to do this for my dad because again, my dad is kind of the reason why I kind of got into the game in the first place for all the stuff he did for me as far as taping stuff back in the day when I was much younger. But my dad has actually beaten cancer twice in the last 12 years. He had a real big battle with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in late 2012. And that overtook, it was a real big challenge for him going into 2013. And by 2014, he was fully pretty much cleared of everything, and he has a clean bill of health. And then a few years ago, he actually developed melanoma, but luckily they caught it early enough where it didn't cascade into a much bigger issue. So, again, my dad's been through quite a lot over the last 12 years, and I'm very fortunate, and we're all very fortunate that he's basically been able to make through it. So
I'm sure he's taught you a lot about adversity in life that you'll use at some point.
Yes. There's a lot of things that, a lot of advice from my dad that sometimes I wish I listened a lot more to him, but he's done a lot for me over.
Aaron Spare.
He's done a lot for me in my life that I've been very, very grateful for. And again, he's the main reason why I got involved in the game because my dad and my mom, they were never real big bowlers before. And when I was growing up, they kind of introduced me into it just to kind of see what it would be like for me, and all of a sudden I became obsessed with it, and then the rest is history, basically.
All right, so again, the website to subscribe?
So, again, Wolfman12395 on YouTube if you haven't seen it already. Again, I post a lot of older shows, mainly just stuff from Channel 5 and WNDS, but again, sometimes I'll find some rare gems, also from the old Comcast days as well, of the Candlepin Challenge as well. So
I think Mike Morin wants royalty fees.
No, I'd give them back. That 44 cents isn't going to change your life.
Exactly. Right.
All right, thanks, Mike Sweeney.
All right, thank you very much.
Great to see you, man. Thanks, Wolfman.
All right, Bob and Greg, give us an update here.
Scores are updated as you see it here. Had a few pins to take away from Team New.
Yeah, there was a score correction. Josh Daley had a 4 on his double strike, not a 5, and we just had to update that.
Well, now that makes it a closer match.
I think the young guns are running with you. I think 150 would have been a good bet at the beginning, but I think they're on their way.
Yeah, they're at 130 now.
Then a spare. Aaron, Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third. After a spare 9, 113 through 9, 123 through 8, 123 through 9. Remember, he had a 131 in the first.
I hate to cost Alfie Johnson any money, but isn't that 3 in a row for Peter
It
Flynn?
is 3 in a row.
Strike sandwich.
Our first
Mark
legend.
Hollywood Smith would say, Norway, Maine, stars and strikes, Saltgrass, Maine. Mark it down, mark it down.
I think the ICBA commissioner has just gotten in touch with us. They want to put the mercy rule into effect.
Brutal.
Josh Daley's going to love it. He's going to say, I beat all these Hall of Famers. Aaron just missed left. 2 great strings. 1 more to surpass his first. Flynn, great bid, won't carry.
Too full.
Thought he had it. Spare 5 gave him 117 through 9 at a 112 first. St. Cyr, father here in attendance, gets a 9. 131 first, 132 second, 263.
What a read, someone said it back.
Peter Flynn, an 8. 125, second string, 237 through 2. After the string, again, we'll do a drawing for a viewer here to bowl against the pros, the current pros, and the veterans, the legends.
Well, Peter Flynn is by far having the best day, I think, so far.
For the legends.
For the legends, yes.
So, Mike, you can take care of the commentary while I do that little exhibition down after the string.
Unless we can go away for a rain delay video of the 1967 Red Sox.
Charlie Collins on a fine day. 101 through 8, drops 9. Carrington, 77 through 8, half Worcester.
His third of the day.
I mean, the legends, they're having fun, but they do have their pride still.
Collins spare. 111 in the ball in the 9th.
Yeah, they don't really say, I've won a lot, it's okay.
Yeah.
Charlie recently had a 702 series. 5 strings.
Collins with
2 in his career.
Collins with 5 spares on the day will go along with 2 strikes.
His high 5 was 719. The Atlantic Candlepin.
There you go. That's
score.
a nice out for Gary Carrington.
Yes, was.
Had a bunch there on the right and took them all down.
Charlie 719. That's hit a 158, 106, 178, 146, 131. His high 5, 719. Spare is 8, 119 through 9. Carrington 3-6, 4 left.
Got a full house here of
Collins missed left.
Bowl-O-Rama. I mean, he's going to be here another hour and a half probably, so.
Oh, wow, what a shot for Carrington. Here he goes. The showboat torque is back.
I forgot that body gesture that he used to use a lot.
Tony Reed Baldinelli gets a kick out of that one.
The 3-4-6.
Mike, why don't you talk to Tony Marie here for a second?
Tony Marie, I've never heard of her.
You can nominate Gary Carrington for the Hall of Fame.
I am nominating Gary. He
Well
kindly
deserved.
accepted,
Oh, good.
and people think you're automatically in, but you're not. You
And they
have to
say,
be nominated.
why isn't
and
so-and-so in,
he
like-
agreed in-
Strike! One spare! Wow!
This is why he's being nominated, because he is who he is.
107, second string. What a finish, a big 20.
He was
Collins,
waiting
8,
till you-
127, second string.
He was waiting till you stepped up to the mic to do that, you know. Right? To say, see, you're not doing the wrong thing, Tony Marie.
So, babe, yeah.
That makes him feel better because, you know,
Yep,
even
for
though this
sure.
is fun, bowlers have their pride, right?
It is, yes. And he handed me a folder with statistics in it, and I was so impressed with the scores and the records that he kept. He's got 42 pages of scores. The old
Yeah.
score sheets from
But that's-
years
that's
ago.
helpful, though.
Oh my God, yeah. So I just hope I'm still alive to be able to nominate him and be there to see his face.
All right. If
'Cause
you
it's well
need a
deserved.
date that night,
Long time overdue.
you know my number.
What's that?
I said if you need a date that night, you know my number.
I want to give a shout out to Carol Shaw, down in Florida, Hall of Famer.
Carol.
She donated $25 to Candlepins For Cancer.
Oh, thanks,
And thanks
Carol.
for the birthday gift, too, Carol. July 27th, thank you very much. And thanks for
One of my
supporting
very
Candlepins
dear
For Cancer.
friends.
Yes.
Carol. Can I say hello to Carol
absolutely.
too? Hello to Carol.
Daley in 9. 110 through 9, make it a 10.
I think one of the great memories of your storied career was the time that you and Tommy ran the table on doubles on Channel 5. Talk about that.
Craig 10, 98 through 9. Go ahead.
We did.
Was it 12 weeks in a row?
We complimented each other. Yeah, I think it was 12 weeks. Him and I ended that show, and Marianne Kelly and I ended the doubles show. So
Good way
Guess
to go
they
out.
get sick of looking at me. So they,
I
they
don't
just
know.
drop the shows.
I don't know about that. I remember watching you, and I didn't know I'd ever be knowing you, but
But I
always a
think you're
pleasure.
younger than me.
What?
I think you're younger
Oh,
than me.
I'm sure that I'm not. I guarantee that I'm not. No. I was born in the early 50s.
Well, I'm right there with you.
Okay.
Right there with you. Mid 50s.
Okay, well, I'm older than you then. So, na.
Just a little.
Tony Murray was the first interview I did for Lunch with Tommy and Stacia. She sat down with me at the 99 in Haverhill, and we had a nice dinner, a nice conversation. You got me off to a good start with some wonderful stories, especially mentioning your father a lot. Yeah.
You know, and Nick Norcross has been posting videos, and last night I stayed at my sister's. Mickey's always been saying, she's been my manager for how many years, and she always used to pay for autographs. And I said, Mickey, you're never going to make a living, forget it. So after last night, and I was watching the video, and I just got real teary because I see my dad standing behind me, you know,
right.
and my mom is off to the left, but my dad was standing behind me, and that just meant the world to me to be able to see that.
Joshua, 122nd string, 261 through 2. Craig Holbrook, 108, 212 through 2. The boiling point. Hankers wrap up the second string. Aaron Fontaine on the spare, 7. 99 through 8. Olszta, 85 through 8. Beat his grandson, 102.92 in the first. Continue, Tony Murray.
Yeah, your dad was certainly a force in the game.
Look at that,
as
spare.
you are.
Olszta the match, yes.
So when you were young and bowling and he would watch, was he hard to please? Was he hard on you when you were starting out or getting famous?
When I was 6 years old, I bowled in a mixed doubles league with him on a Sunday night. There was 6 on a team, and he and myself, and I don't know who the other people were, but I got mad. I kicked the ball rack, and after that, he said, "Get yourself in the office." So when I went into the office, now mind you, I'm 6 years old, he said, "I'm going to tell you one thing right now." He said, "If you ever do that again, ever, you're done. You'll never bowl again." And he said, "You got to realize, the madder you get, the worse you bowl. Once you press the button, it's over. You start over. You forget it, it's over, it's gone. And you make up for it because you can never get it back."
Wow, great story.
And that's what stuck with me.
And your sister's here in attendance too.
My sister is.
Yeah.
My sister Mickey, yes. My sister.
Olszta, can he pick it up? He does.
Yeah, he does.
Back to back, needs a strike for bonus money. Flex those muscles. Aaron, the Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that. 10, nice string, 128.
Wow.
And Tom will need 7 to take the lead through 2 over his grandson head to head.
Say, Tony Murray, would you lift the microphone closer to your face? Just a little bit?
Yeah, they need you to just talk a little closer into the microphone.
And you guys can talk while I do the raffle.
But then we have to pay her if she has the mic too close. So.
Olszta
yeah, I
for
have
the
to
lead
pay
against
me?
his grandson. He does, 7. 119. So he loses by 9 to his grandson.
Not bad,
He's up 1
Tommy,
over
not
him.
bad.
With 1 string to go. We'll stay tuned for our third string momentarily. We're doing a drawing for a bowl to bowl against the pros and the veterans. Next on Candlepin Bowling Network, back to Greg Gouillart.
We'll take an audio timeout, but come right back with that exhibition showing. Oh, excuse me.
No, let them speak.
Do you whatever you need. We can,
No.
We can talk.
He's got administrative work to do. Why don't you
Okay, all right.
Keep talking.
Well,
Mike, you do your interview thing.
It's not that often that I get to have Tony Murray Baldinelli with me. You got to remember, got to hold this close. So, what was Don Gillis like? Because you bowled so many times on TV with him on Channel 5. Everything I ever hear is he was so encouraging of the bowlers and so nice.
He was great. Don Gillis was a classic of a gentleman and a very welcoming, and he made you feel like, he just made you feel special.
I mean, when you think that, he would be interviewing people like Carl Yastrzemski and Larry Bird, I feel that he always treated the bowlers on the same level.
Exactly.
Even though, but you know what? I do a lot of speeches about the game, and I'd say how a lot of the Candlepin bowlers were better known than some of the major league stars because of the numbers of people that watch that show every Saturday. Between I'd say 200,000 and 500,000 people watched it.
Exactly.
And in the ratings, frequently beating the Red Sox or the Patriots or whoever. So, I mean, you must have gotten, recognized a lot. I mean, you had the long hair and people saw you on TV. So what was it like being recognized as a celebrity, which you really were?
Depending on where I was and what I was doing.
Hats available, 25 for the shirts, 20 for the hats.
I'm sorry?
And goes to charity. We've helped 30 families on the shirts, hats, and linen drops in the last 2 years alone.
I'm sorry.
What are we doing?
Thank you very much.
Oh, you guys are live on that camera on lane 8.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Look at lane 8.
Oh, I see. All right. You don't have to look at it, just so we know we're in the shot together.
Oh, we're on the camera now.
Good thing you did your professional makeup this morning. All right, so
It looks good.
But so you would go into places probably, and they would look at you and not know where they knew you from. Could you tell when that was happening?
Absolutely. And then people would come up and ask, are you the bowler? Are you this? The one time I got stopped for speeding, which I probably shouldn't mention this, it was years ago, but when the state trooper took my license and he said, "Are you the bowler?" And I said, I am. He said, "Well, probably shouldn't do this." He says, "But can I get an autograph?" Absolutely. If you don't give me a ticket, I'll give you an autograph.
You didn't sign a ticket, though, did you? You didn't trick you into doing that?
No. Nope.
Yeah, those are uncomfortable minutes. I've had a few of those myself, and it's like you just be humble and grateful, and people love you. As a celebrity, I mean, I've felt the same love all my years in broadcasting, and for somebody like you who didn't really get into it for that, you got a nice share of love from the community, and you always struck me as being pretty humble and self-effacing even at times.
I looked up to Stacia. I really looked up to her, and I admired her from when I started bowling. One particular person, when I started bowling the Pro Tour, she said, "Don't expect people to like you, and don't expect people to talk to you, and don't, she kind of was trying to psych me out for my first Pro Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, needless to say, I won my first Pro Tour, 12:53, and I think it was at Park Place Lanes. So she never said anything again after that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never quite heard that story.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't bring it up a lot, but yeah.
But I mean, generally people did seem to love her. I mean, I haven't heard too many stories of that, and I mean that's just being a competitor, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the story in Sports Illustrated about her softball game?
Who, Stacia?
Yes.
No.
This was like in the 80s, so she was in her 60s. She's in the stands for a women's softball game, and nobody really knows who she is, but the one team is one woman short. If they didn't have the extra, it would have been a forfeit. So they said, "Are there any volunteers?" So she waved her hand and she came down, and they put her in the outfield, I think center field or right center or something. And what happened is a ball came to her, and somebody picked it up and kind of got her out of the way because they didn't think she could do it. Well, she was probably a better athlete than all those women.
Oh, my God.
And when it came time for her to bat, I think they wanted her to walk, but she didn't. I think she got a base hit or something because they had no idea who she was. She was in her mid to late 60s at that point because she died in, I want to say, 93. And this was it. So that made a story in Sports Illustrated.
Oh, my God. God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nope, I didn't know that.
So that's a great thing about writing books, and you help me with that, is uncovering stuff that people never know.
Exactly.
And
you are such an asset to the game that
thank you.
Can't even believe.
Well,
the thing we have in common is we both have a daughter, and they both were born on the same exact day in the same exact year.
That's correct.
So yes, you're Lizzie and my Krista.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not in the same state. I was in. She was born in Ohio, and of course your daughter was born in Massachusetts.
Actually, no, she was born in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So, but I think she's probably older than my daughter, who was born at 2:19 in the afternoon.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. Oh my God. Oh, Krista was born at 7:53 in the morning.
In the morning. All right.
Yeah.
So she's the older. She's got a couple kids, right?
She's got 3 girls, and her first one is going off to college on Wednesday, and it's breaking my heart, but God bless her, because she's going to nursing school.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
not nearly enough nurses in this world.
I know.
And as you and I age, and a lot of the other people around here, we know how important they're going to be in our
Oh,
future.
yeah.
That's what scares me a little
I
bit.
said, don't forget you got to take care of your grandmother, because
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they love you. I'm sure they love coming over.
yeah, they're great kids.
Yeah.
Beautiful, great kids. She's very lucky.
Well, I'm glad you're on Facebook because I get to keep track of what you're doing
Exactly.
and what you're up to.
Exactly.
And you left bowling, I would say, what, in the 90s, somewhere around there? You had some back issues, as I recall, because people
Yes.
say, why doesn't
I was
Tony bowl
bowling, and
anymore?
it's funny because the first person to greet me when I came in was Maria DeFrancisco.
Okay.
And I didn't recognize her because she lost a whole lot of weight. She's just a little tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "You don't remember me?" And I was like, "Oh, come on, help me." My memory lapse, you know.
Right.
So anyway, afterwards, I said to her, "Weren't you there the day that I retired?" And she said, "I was." She said, "You were bowling against me." So it was at Pilgrim Lanes, and the bleachers were full of people, and there was 4 pro teams bowling at the same time. And I threw a gutter ball, and then I threw a 76 for the game. And I said, I took my shoes off, and I said, "That's it, I'm done."
I do remember that, yeah.
My daughter came in to work at Pilgrim, and I said, "Put your shoes on. Put my shoes on. You got to finish. I'm done." Had to retire with a little dignity.
Yes, and which a lot of people won't have the sense to do, so
Yes.
good for you.
Yeah.
But I do recall all the great times we had during the Rock and Bowl at Pilgrim Lanes.
Oh my God, the Rock and Bowl. You guys did my Rock and Bowl. All I had to do was ask, and you guys all showed up.
Well, you know what? It's a community of like-minded people.
Yep, but
That
you
realize-
you guys did it. So I think we want to talk to Babe.
I don't know. I don't think so. We're just waiting for this is the entertainment in between the strings where people put a name in their hat and then they get to bowl a box, I guess, against the bowlers. This guy looks like Bob and Doug McKenzie or something. I don't know if he's on camera or not, but remember that from Saturday Night Live? What are you doing with your cane? Okay, I guess the camera's off now. You can do whatever you want to Gary.
I want you to know, as soon as they put the microphone in my hand, you threw a strike and a spare when they were talking about me nominating you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
That had to feel good.
you know I'm blue. Brain lapse here, so.
All right, they can't hear him. So you're having a one-sided conversation, Tony.
That's all right.
Do you ever have those at home?
Yep, all the time. All the time.
All right.
You can stick that microphone in his face anytime you want.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. How much more do you want me to kill here?
Can I be done
All
now?
right, I guess we're wrapping up. The match is getting. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I step on your foot? I'm sorry. Oh. And we had such a nice time today. Well, Tony Marie Baldinelli, thank you very much for spending time and talking about the good old days, because we don't get to do this nearly often enough.
No, always a pleasure. And it's too bad that we have to wait until 3 or 4 more years for the next Hall of Fame banquet.
I know. Don't get me started on that one.
I'm praying I'm still going to be alive for that.
Well, I hope so.
Hey, Mike, though.
You will be.
Mike Sweeney, the Wolfman, won
He's
the.
making it all worthwhile.
Oh, he did? So the guy that's bowling right now against Aaron Fontaine is the guy that puts all the videos on
That's
YouTube.
Wolfman.
Have you ever seen him before?
Oh,
Oh, look at
you
that.
notice he didn't do that against his grandfather.
I noticed that. He's been very animated today. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Boy, we all grew up and have kids now. I mean, think of your kids and grandchildren, and Tommy's grandsons brought him into the Hall of Fame,
Yep.
which brought everything full circle because he had such great feelings for his grandfather. Ben, I think was his name, that got him started.
Yep.
And much like your father said, you have to be serious about this game.
Yep.
There's no, like, kids would always mess around on
Yep.
kids' leagues. He wouldn't have any of that. And
Right.
look at how you two turned out.
Right. And respect was a big thing.
Respect,
You have to
yeah.
respect. You respect yourself, you respect
That's right.
everybody else.
And if you want to get it, you got to give it.
That's exactly right.
Wow. Well, I will let you get back to your seat. And this was great time, Tony Marie.
Thanks, Mike.
You're
Always
welcome.
a pleasure.
Love you, baby.
Always a pleasure.
Oops, sorry, you kissed my microphone instead. Microphone is happy, though. Okay. Well, anyway. See what happens when you give me 10 minutes of airtime?
There you go.
See what happens?
Thank you. It was a quality filibuster, honestly. Look at Carrington almost sliced that across.
Filibuster?
Exactly.
Mike Sweeney made a nice pocket shot there for 5, and settles for an 8. It is bout with Gary Carrington. Carrington wins.
All right.
10-8.
I will decide that this match should now go 5 strings. It looks as though the old pros are finding their stride.
Yeah, what's our update after 2, Greg?
Let's take a look here. Let me do a proper welcome back, by the way.
123.
We're getting ready for the third.
It's 123
third
pins.
and final string of the ceremonial match between Mount Rushmore's greats and the 4 horsemen.
Indeed. Welcome back to string
Generation Z.
Welcome back to string number 3. Out with the old, in with the new. Third string of 3 just about underway here. 123 pin advantage for the new school. Aaron St. Cyr, Charlie Collins, Josh Daley, and Aaron Fontaine against the Hall of Famers and one soon-to-be Peter Flynn, Gary Carrington, Craig Holbrook, and Tom Olszta. What a great world. And string number 3 starts now with Aaron St. Cyr, Paul.
Light on the 1-2 pocket.
Thank you.
Leaves the diamond. No wood to help. As Flynn takes out the left side.
Well, Paul, thank you for stepping away for 10 minutes. I got some good conversation with Tony Marie that I think the viewers enjoyed.
Yep, absolutely. Trying to get people. Oh, look at that shot. Spare. St. Cyr 9 to start the final string. Let's pause 15.89 seconds for station identification from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
And not an iota more or less. This is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Greg Gouillart, alongside Bob Lee, alongside Paul Grant, alongside Mike Morin, Al Johnson, the founder of Candlepins For Cancer, and Micah Imparato. Special thanks to him for all his help with tech. Please like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube so that you're always in the know about the latest bowling content.
Was that on time, Mike?
No, it was 18.74.
Curses.
You overbid. Boom, boom, boom,
Had the speed gun on his mouth.
The price is right.
Flynn fills 8 on that mark, 18 through 1.
Thank you, Greg. Might give you a few extra milliseconds, you know?
There's a pitch invader. No, that's a very normal part of Candlepin. The wood is a few feet in front of, there's a line down there, and if it's touching that line, it is dead wood as opposed to live wood and has to be removed.
And bowlers carry it back. You probably wonder why. Well, they don't want to, actually take a chance of knocking any of the pins over by trying to slide it into the pit.
Great bid from St. Cyr on that spare. Oh.
The rock star.
Flynn foiled in his 2-pinner.
I was really worried for him when he started the day with 2 1-pin first ball shots.
At least they weren't lemon drops.
Yeah, he's a comeback champ. He won the tournament champions in the Pro Series this year.
Of all the shows I've done with you, Paul, I don't think any of them have involved the rock star, so it was good to meet him today. 19th
through 2, Peter Flynn, 27th through 2 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Here's the Terminator, Charlie Collins with 7, 2-5-8 behind the 2. Gary Carrington was finished strong. 1-2-4, the King is the 5 behind number 1.
Well, that pin is going to help, I think.
Yeah, it's favorable wood. We'll move into the close-up on it.
Collins bounced behind the 8.
Yeah, it was.
Spare. 10 the ball to start the final string. Collins comes back to the King for a 10.
What did Gary have for his second string?
String number 2 for Gary Carrington was a 107.
107, Tony. Yeah. So he's getting there. And he's starting out with a spare in this string.
I see you, Ryan Drago. You better not knock over the camera on 8.
Oh, what a rip.
Ryan Drago, a movie director and actor. Plays a police officer in The Last Stop.
All right. The old Carrington mixing ball is going now.
17-1.
He's finding his stride. This is why I want this match to go 5 strings. Betty.
Collins missed it.
Oh, didn't think there was space there, did he?
All his teammates Rasner now. Good try on the object for Carrington. Won't carry.
And again, that genuinely upsets him. He knows he's in the range. And
Charlie 9, 19 through 2. Gets a giggle out of that one.
Even though he has nothing left to prove.
Gary at 10, 27 through 2 in the final string. Craig Holbrook has lost the first 2 to Josh Daley. Josh won the bowl with Craig. Permission granted. No pun intended. Mike, you've covered Gary Carrington, these guys, Craig Holbrook a lot.
Oh my God,
Tom
yeah.
Olszta, talk about some of your, your coverage of these guys.
Gary Carrington more than Craig Holbrook. Wasn't on Stars and Strikes that often, although he was. And they were just so much fun. They were so gracious with the fans and with Dick Lutz and me. So I do miss that. Almost a strike for the man from, was he from Whitman or down that way? Just south of Boston.
Daley spare.
East Bridgewater.
Thank you.
Next to West Bridgewater.
His Friday Night Pro League team used to bowl out of Holbrook, Massachusetts, Union Street Lanes. That's a spare as well to match.
Is that how you say in Detroit, Bridgewater? How would you say in Detroit?
Bridgewater. There's
Okay.
There's 26 letters in the alphabet if you live in the Midwest. Unlike New England here where there's 25.
Daley in the bonus. 9 in the wiggle. Make it 10, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe means yes, maybe means no. It's no.
Looking for his 5th strike. Can't shake it hard enough.
Holbrook in the bonus. Just 4 somehow, 14-1.
Like many things in life, only yes means yes.
Daley back to back to start the 3rd. 29 in the ball, you 2.
Even you could have made that one, Paul.
Debatable.
Paul was no slouch back in the day.
Oh, I know.
Holbrook taps it down, spare. He goes back to back. But trails Josh 29-24.
You know, if the Legends had started their first string like this might have been a much closer match.
That's right. They're up four marks to 2.
And they all got 3-digit scores in the second game.
No, like I used to always miss the second shot by just a hairline, just by a speck. And then making the 3rd shot for a 10. That's why I only reached 110 one year. Bowling once a week with no practice. Regular league bowl for 30 years, off and on, until I got injured. Fontaine down 1 to Tom Olszta, head to head, right, Greg? 1 pin?
1 pin difference, right?
1 pin.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. So this is bragging rights here.
Good start.
This is a deadwood check.
We're going to talk to some of the bowlers, Mike. We're going to
Okay.
go down there and talk to some of the bowlers
When
afterwards.
we're done, you mean?
Yeah.
Got plenty of time, heaven knows.
Fontaine was 2nd in the Easter Classic last year.
Right on it, spare.
He made a great run at the end of that. The 20-string tournament annually at Leda Lanes, Nashua. Only Austin Barnes was better that day.
Austin Barnes was
right from the start, though, right?
I mean, 200 game. String.
Yeah.
Didn't he leave wire to wire pretty much, or close to that?
Pretty much, yeah.
String, yeah. That 203 3rd string.
Maybe he dropped off a bit in the second half, but
Jeff Surratt led after 1.
yeah, Jeff Surratt wasn't doing too bad either.
Jeff Surratt.
Oh, Jeff Surratt.
But yeah, Austin.
I've heard that name.
Austin Barnes ahead of Aaron Fontaine. He had Jeff Atkins pace through the first 10 strings, when Atkins threw 28-12 in the tournament, a 140 average, which is outrageous.
4 in the fill, 14-1 for Aaron Fontaine.
And then he threw a 203 single, which trails only John Zernicke's 211.
I think Atkins still has the house record for triple still at 505, I think, at Leda Lanes, as I recall. Having walked in and out of that place many, many times over the years.
Olszta missed number 1.
Fontaine with a light fill 4. Now looking for a 10 on his 3rd ball in the 2nd here. 3rd string in the ceremonial matchup between the bowling dinosaurs and the young guns.
Oh boy. Tommy living in Naples, Florida right now.
By the way, we wash our hands of any responsibility. That's how they listed it on Bowl-O-Rama score sheet.
It's up there.
23-18. Aaron up 5 on Tom Olszta. Aaron's up 4 in the match, head to head.
All right, score update, 1 mark apiece. 117 pins up for the new crew, but the old guns still have that 6-pin advantage in this string.
Well, the first game really is a difference because it's been about 100 pins ever since we got into the game 2 and now number 3.
A little bit of a barn burner in the 2nd.
Peter Flynn, 478. Here's Aaron St. Cyr, 263, a 131, a 132.
So he has a bit of a reverse spin on his ball.
Left to right, that's right.
Which you don't see as much from a right-hander. But I bet he learned that way, and he got very proficient with that hand motion.
It's interesting. He and Collins both make it work, so actually.
Yeah.
Peter Flynn with a six-pack. Check his ID.
So the Young Guns broke 500 in the second game, by the way. They won that one 507 to 459.
Not a bad average. Peter at 9, Aaron at 10, Aaron at 30, Carrington 29, Peter at 36 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
A lot of members from the Candlepin community here today. I see Bob Moran, Hall of Famer, talking to Gary Duffett. Also, I see Nick Norcross.
We've had about 100 people or so here.
Yeah, and it's great. I've seen guys from my bowling leagues when we were at Park Place Lanes before they took that place down. So it's always good to come to these. Last year it was the Hall of Fame celebration. This year it's the Mount Rushmore against the Gen Z Four Horsemen.
We'll do a ladies version. We're still working the details.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait for that.
We've been trying to do that, Mike, for a while. It's hard with the scheduled kids, and
sure,
it takes a little bit longer to get that one going. But we're working on that, though.
That'll be great. That'll be well attended.
20-something, 40-something probably it's called. I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but
20, 40 something?
I don't know.
You're working age into this name?
The Young Gun. You can't mention age of the woman, so you have to say the Young Guns versus the seasoned pros. We'll work on the name. They'll pick the terminology. I want to stay on their good side. Peter 45, Aaron 35 through 4. Second bowlers, Gary Carrington on the right, 27 through 2. The Terminator, Charlie Collins. That slick black shirt with the sparkles.
I was just saying that is like the coolest shirt I've seen.
He's going to Hollywood with that shirt.
Oh, he's got the looks.
He's got
great personality.
Yes, he's just a great guy on off the lanes. Very low key.
Yeah, he works for the Waltham Boys and Girls Club.
Yep. Recent graduate of Framingham State University, business major. His mother, Lori, is a wonderful lady.
Is she here today?
No, she couldn't make it today, no.
Well, hello, Lori, if you're watching.
I told him, boo, she didn't come. She's so nice.
Yeah, lovely family.
But his father's going through, I think, heart surgery the other day, so
I didn't know
that's
that.
why. So good reason why.
Wishing
He's
him the best.
doing well, though. That's good news.
Deadwood removal on Carrington's lane.
Sort of see it on the Zoom cam.
I'm not sure if we can see the line quite on this, but
it's over the shadow. The shadow is probably where the line is. So if it's it,
the shadow knows. Remember that?
Right. If it's touching that line, you take it out.
That's not true of all centers, but it's awesome when it is that way because you can see it at a glance.
Do you remember that show, Mike? The Shadow radio show, The Shadow. Shadow knows.
I was in college and wasn't watching too much TV back then.
It was a radio show. Gary 10, 29, 37 through 3. He's perfect so far. Spear 7, 2 10s. Collins in 8, 27 through 3.
And we send bonus money for perfect strings, right?
Yep.
As always, by perfect game in Candlepin, we means all the pins knocked down. 300's never going to happen, so that more modest definition is the one we use.
Gary Carrington, nice ball.
Oh, there's a nice break.
Got a chance, 6-10. Collins goes right to left, 1, 2, 9, 10. We'll get updated the bonus money from Bob Lee after this box. Executive producer of the Candlepin Bowling Network, Bob.
Here's Gary going for the spare. He's got it.
All right. So 2 out of 4 boxes were spares for Gary Carrington.
47 in the ball.
So in the last string, Charlie Collins picked up $25 for 3 in a row, as did Peter Flynn. Nope. You didn't have any perfect games that were officially registered, Greg, did we? In the second? No perfect games. No.
That piece of wood slammed in the break. Breaks before the 10. Now he gets it for a 10. 37 through 4.
Of course, in string 1, Aaron St. Cyr had earned $25 for 3 in a row, and Josh Daley picked up $50 for finishing with 4 in a row. Craig Holbrook and Josh Daley now take the piece. Holbrook bowling on lane 10 on your right.
On guard? Oh, wait, you got back into fencing, didn't you, Bob? Oh, that explains everything.
I found the Pioneer Valley Fencing Club out there.
What?
That's wild.
Uh-oh.
Lemon drop.
First lemon drop. He
$5, Craig. Candlepins for Cancer.
Daley fills 8.
I thought he was going for it.
All right, Craig picks on the 3-pin there, and
you last
still facing 6.
After this weekend, by next month, we'll have 10 families help in the lemon drop pool. That's the 4-pin, second left, 6-pin, second right on your first ball, $1, 5 on a spare or strike, 10 on a double strike, 20 if you Mike Morin.
Oh,
tough 6 for Craig as he as he knocks out the 6, the 3, and then the head pin lightly.
By the way, who was in charge of getting all that food? I saw your food orders this morning on our string. That was like 55 pounds of food, and they put you in charge of that, Paul?
Al Johnson put that together.
Wow.
I'm too busy doing all this stuff.
I got to get me some shenanigans food after this.
Yeah, the pizza's really good here, too.
It always was, even back in the 80s and 90s.
Holbrook. Right on it.
Wow.
Took a moment, but it went.
Made it through double wood.
41 on the ball through 4. Daley for another one. Good try. He got it. Masterful shot spare. Piece of cake, right, Josh? 56 in the ball through 4. Wow.
That's why he averages in the 130s.
He averaged 136 in the Sunday once monthly.
Amazing. Yeah.
134.8 in the Atlantic Candlepin singles tour. Now, Millis is a fast house, kind of like Park Place Lanes, Metro Bowl,
right.
Newport Entertainment in Newport, Maine. I mean, obviously, you're going to get extra averages there, higher averages, but you got to work for it still.
Yep.
And you can say that, but how many of the bowlers can say that? So, just scary, isn't he? Not even 25 yet.
These two.
Olszta gets a spare.
Advantage, Grandpa. Olszta.
And he got it.
That was a nice shot.
Hey, the kids are in there too. Thank you.
And his younger brother Nathan is bowling off camera here, a couple lanes to the left on 7.
Aaron Fontaine leads his grandfather, Tom Olszta, by 4 in the match, head to head.
Oh, great late action on that 3-6 pocket shot.
35 through 3, Fontaine. A 2-1 split, 40 through 3. Olszta just missed left. Wood must stop by International Candlepin Bowling Association rules or the ICBA. Mike, you talked about the Hall of Fame trying to get a committee to go to from age 50 to qualify to 45. Any luck on that at all yet, or is there talks of that at all?
No, I mean, I'm
just thinking about it.
I haven't been in any meetings discussing that. I
You'd
think
like
it
to see it,
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh, still falling.
Only because we have this event so infrequently. You don't want to miss anybody while they're still alive.
See the ball rolling around, heading maybe going to have to be removed.
No, fall off. We don't need that delay.
Tom and 9, 4-4-4, 44.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Oh my God, my pace of play. No.
If you had to play,
Fontaine with his hands on his knees.
Rob Manfred, help. How do we fix this?
It's perfectly level back there, evidently.
If you got to play 3 numbers, Mike, for the lottery, 3 executive, like 4-4-4.
Yeah.
What 3 numbers would you pick?
227.
No, 3 consecutive, 3 same numbers.
Oh, 3 consecutive numbers?
I'd pick 4-4-4.
If I was feeling evil, I would go with 666. But I think I'll pass.
How you
on
feeling
that.
today?
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
I wanted 227. Darn it.
Yeah, that's right. Greg and I share the same birthdays.
How you doing, Kevin Burns?
I'm doing good.
Got your new Candlepins for Cancer shirt on?
Yeah, I'm enjoying my day off by not doing stats.
And
Nice
St. Cyr
pen by
takes
Aaron.
10. He leads 49-44 in that grudge match with his grandfather, Tom Olszta.
Kevin Burns helps out at Atlantic Candlepin singles to other matches during the year, including stats. So thank you, Kevin Burns.
Make that
No
50.
problem. I'm going to be around for the Friday Night Pro League this year.
Awesome.
Not working.
Awesome.
So you let me know when you need me. I'll be there.
Sure. Thanks, Kevin Burns. Okay, update from Greg Gouillart.
Fontaine got that 10 bucks, so it is indeed 50 through 4. So we should have 1166 to 1042 at this point. That's confirmed. Stats in the match right now, currently 34 marks to 29, new versus old. That's not that much different. Pinning it's 25 in favor of Team New. And most marks, Flynn with 9 for Team Old, and Daley with 10 for the new school.
So a 5-mark difference, is that what you said?
5 marks overall in the
and
match.
120 pins? 100 and almost 30? Wow.
That's right.
25 extra pins for the new team also.
You might expect 50 pins.
There's a double strike in there, but
Yeah, that's true.
Aaron a spare, first mark of the third, 45 half plus 1.
Yes, and that doesn't explain nearly all of it. The follow-up that gets you.
all the bowlers and the young guns have a chance at 400. Aaron, probably the best one. Peter Flynn foiled in the 10 bid there on the 4 horses.
And he'll be out for 8.
St. Cyr will be filling. He's got his first ball in the 6th. This is the 26th of 30. This is a 3-string matchup. And he's, yes, will take out. The 6-7 was rearing its head there, and the 6 shook and fell late.
Boy, that reverse spin took the ball right into the 1-2 pocket.
Now he's waiting here. He played that wood on the single before, but I think this time, even though 7-pin is as tough at single, I think he'll go straight at it.
Nice.
For a spare, back-to-back.
That is his 9th spare of the day to go with 3 strikes.
I guess Peter's almost as tall as the pin cam, given the look of it. He takes 9 on this one.
Candlepins for Cancer is a registered 501c3 charity. If you couldn't make it today, you can donate via Venmo anytime, 24/7 at candlepins4cancer.com. Candlepins with a 4, cancer.com. You can send a check. The address on the website, candlepins4cancer.com. The check made out to candlepins4cancer.com. Candlepins for Cancer roll is also available on that website, candlepins4cancer.com. Charlie Collins from Waltham, Massachusetts, 5 of the 10. Gary Carrington in the bonus. Second mark of the 3rd. 3, 6, 10, the 9 behind the 3. 53 through 4.
Well, it should be a 7 fill. We'll fix that.
It's a 6 fill. It's a 9 behind the 3.
Collins still throwing 40.
It's still there. 4 standing. Hard to see back here sometimes.
it is
That
6.
sleeper pin. Charlie. Oh, wow. What a shot.
It. Wow.
That's a tough Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the 3rd for a 10, 47.5.
And Carrington takes 8 and thus is not pin perfect anymore.
61 through 5.
Very good half.
Halfway through the final string of this Candlepins for Cancer exhibition match on Candlepin Bowling Network. Something for everyone. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Free to subscribe. Collins on the crossover. It's going to be 8. 3 in the 10. Gary Carrington. Beautiful ball for a strike. 9. A tap of the 5.
Come on, 5. You were hit.
The King survives.
Doesn't want to cap that 1 pin, although that might push the next pin into the 5. If he doesn't hit it cleanly.
Yeah, let's look at the pin cam there. Gary Carrington going low on it. Oh, missed.
A little too low.
Shakes his head. Charlie an 8, 55 through 6. Gary picks up this time.
Yeah, another lemon drop.
His first Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the 3rd for a 10.
Retro.
Some bowlers give $1 Candlepins for Cancer for doing that. Thank you very much. You know who you are. Raised $700 last year doing that. So thank you very much. If you viewers out there, if you bowl in a league, try to get a 50-50 for your league in the summertime before you close it if you can, and one in the fall, one in the winter to help support Candlepins for Cancer.
Took a pin off Flynn, 61 through 6. All scores are correct otherwise.
Marks overall 7 apiece here in the 3rd string.
Josh Daley missed the head pin, but got 7, 1, 3, 6, 63 through 4. No surprise. Craig Holbrook, he's in a spare on lane 9. That looks good. He 7 somehow. Wow. No wood, no luck. 7 fill, 48 through 4. Brutal. Daley, spare. 73 to ball through 5.
Which is a monster half.
Holbrook in the channel.
Uh-oh.
Josh back-to-back spares for the 2nd time in the string. Holbrook wasn't there. 7. 5's the wild. 5, 5, 5. 55 through 5.
Craig was trying to bash that 10 pin into the wall and hope it ricocheted back. That's his approach on most of those leads. You get a second chance.
I wasn't sure because he went to the right of it both times instead of you want to hit it on the inside, don't you, for the ricochet?
He had a little too much English on that.
Easy for me to criticize.
7 on the fill for Daley.
3 right, 2 4 left. Decent wood to work with for 3 in a row. Craig on the nose, 3-2 split.
And how big is Daley's half?
80 half. Octogenarian time. 80 through 5. For another one.
Oh!
No!
Wow. Shrapnel.
No bonus money.
Holbrook, good bid. Now banana split. Where's Casey McCool of Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire? He's always hungry. Loves banana splits. Our first one of the match. Holbrook an 8, 63 through 6. Josh Daley, 90 after the 10 box through 6. What a day he's having. He had a 141 first. What was the second string for Josh?
141 and 120. That means for a 400 triple, that vaunted 400 triple, he would need 9 more bonus pins. That is pins on marks and not losing them later on the third ball.
Speaking of Josh Daley, Josh, how you doing?
We're doing great. What's up, Paul?
I guess you want another $100, huh? 400 series?
I don't know, man. We're going to try that. I got 4 boxes left. I'm going to try my best to get a couple more marks, you know? That's all.
How's the experience for you today?
This is fun. It's a good time. I'm glad you got me here to go do this, and it's a great time for all of us and all the people who are watching as well.
Now you can trash all the veterans, so you beat them, right? Your resume?
No, because you're going to be that guy out there someday, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't seem possible at, what are you, like 26? 24. You look 26.
Yeah, there'll be one day, but we'll wait for that.
Okay. That's what
We'll
I
wait for
said.
that.
Mike writes soap operas. He ages people.
So I get punched in the face so much.
Yeah. How many soap operas did he write for you?
dealing with this stuff. It's soap opera every day. Covering bowling.
That's awesome.
All right. Good luck, Josh.
Thank you, Paul.
All right. The mini legend, Josh Daley.
Mini legend?
Yeah. He doesn't like being called a legend, so I call him mini legend.
Mini legend. Okay. He's a fun guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is.
Is that any better, though?
I had to get legend in there somehow.
He's a legend of the COVID era.
I called Al Johnson a Hall of Famer before he actually was, so I guess manifest destiny on this one.
He should have been a long time ago, but he got in last year.
His performance at that mixed nationals was legendary. Won the Triple Crown, won the singles, high average.
Olszta spare.
No doubter.
He gets mock applause on that
and
shot.
was the MVP for that Price's Wood Flooring squad.
Fontaine at 10, 70 through 6. Olszta 64 on the ball. So their head-to-head matchup. Aaron right now is up a handful, 5. But Tom, a 6 will take the lead for bragging rights. Update from Greg Gouillart.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Looking around here, 9 marks Flynn, 8 Olszta, 8 Holbrook, 5 Carrington. And in terms of marks of the new school, St. Cyr 11, Collins 7, Daley 11, and Fontaine 8.
Aaron's on a spare, the rock star in lane 9 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Bowl-O-Rama, beautiful place. Birthday parties, corporate events, wedding venues. Check it out. Beautiful, well lit, tons of arcades. Bring the kids, bring the family. You will not be disappointed.
Aaron going for 3 in a row. Not this
Same
time.
spot. That's a Paul Grant shot.
Oops.
We got Flynn at 9, 70 through 7 at the minimum. Aaron, a tough 5. That's a banana. That's called Jim Dandy. It's next ice cream, a banana split plus the head pin. At Friendly's Ice Cream, 4 scoops versus 3 at Jim Dandy.
How do we not have a nickname for you? I'm going to work on that one.
I'd probably get derogatory nicknames called.
No.
St. Cyr, 2-2 split, 2-4, 6-10. King is the 5 for Peter Flynn for a spare. Thank you for watching all morning, all afternoon long. Supporting Candlepins for Cancer. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Or evening, wherever you may be in the world. Ooh. St. Cyr close to
Greg
that cup.
Packer in Australia, it's probably Tuesday afternoon there. All right, Greg. That's something the Moody Blues.
I was going to say.
Great song.
All right, good 10.
I saw Days of Future Past performed in its entirety.
I saw it too, yep. Peter Flynn missed the second, made the third. I'm not going to say it. 80 through 8. Aaron 9, 81 through 8 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Executive producer to my right is Bob Lee.
Paul heavily implies it. Grant.
I didn't say it. Just saying.
Just heavily implied. Inductive reasoning. Oh, sorry. I'm a bad millennial. I talk too fanciful.
So talk about what we're doing now, guys, for the new stuff we have today. Courtesy of Micah Imparato helping us out. We talked about earlier some of the stuff we're doing now.
Exactly. So there's 2 pan-tilt zoom cameras we got in addition to one of Bob Lee's. You can see it out there on lane 8 as well. And then Micah gave us the power of power over Ethernet. And it's allowing us to bring the images in slightly better quality. We're looking to upgrade to 60 frames per second. We couldn't quite get it together for this, but there's a lot more upgrades, including to the scoreboard bug maybe one day as well. So be on the lookout for that.
Vertical scoreboard? Yeah.
Mayhaps.
Maybe.
Spare. Collins.
I've been playing with that on my ACST matches. And the money match. Oh, look at that. Hey.
Nice 10, 81 through 7. Charlie on the board, 65 in the ball through 7. Here in the third and final string. This fundraising exhibition match. Mike, what's the best match you ever called on WNDS Stars and Strikes?
It may very well have, well, there's a couple of them. One probably was Chris Sargent's 495 triple when we had to fill, I think I told the story, all this extra time because he bowled so fast and so good. Another one, a sad memory, but a very poignant one, was the time when Tommy Morgan, who had been suffering from brain cancer, made it into, I think earlier in the year, the Tournament of Champions and had to bowl Gary Santora. And it was not a dry eye in the house. And then another time, I'll give you one more here, when Joe Ashline was ahead by 63 pins in the third game, and Hawk Hallis came in, being down 6 marks, and won by 1 pin.
Wow. All great matchups, and we actually had Peter Flynn versus Chris Sargent in an exhibition match here at Bowl-O-Rama in an earlier season as well. That was a lot of fun.
Collins 6 in the spare, now a 9, 80 through 8.
Oh, excuse me, that was Sean Baker. I beg your pardon.
Carrington, yep, Peter Flynn, yep. Carrington 90 through 8. Third bowl is Craig Holbrook, Josh Daley.
Daley has that look of determination on his face. He is absolutely aiming for 400.
What do we decide he needed? 130 something?
He needs 9. He needs a mark with 9.
He needs 49 and 4.
Yeah,
49 what do you have? 261 through 2?
Yeah, he had a 141 and a 120.
And he's got a good chance here.
So he's a 139, the target. Holbrook on the clip wing eagle. He got it! Wow, what a shot for a spare!
Yeah, take that.
73 in the ball through 7. Daley answers the spare.
His 5th of the string.
Century Club in the 7th, +1.
Must be nice.
We need a 2-hour special show to cover all the stats for these bowlers.
Well, Craig now has 2 in a row after that strike. He can get on the boat.
But with all the variations that you're coming up with, different kinds of tournaments and flavors, and how about it something, an exhibition, just lefties? Are there enough that we could put together?
We've talked about that,
Did
actually.
you?
I got so many ideas in my head. Daley, oh, that looked good for a strike, 9.
Well, we didn't have the jugs gun on that one, but that had to be 48, 49 miles an hour.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
There's your 9 bonus pins, Bob.
No.
I got the jugs again here. I'll set it up.
109 through 7. Holbrook won't go.
Oh, no bonus money.
79 through 7 after the spare 6. Daley, bang!
44 miles an hour.
44?
On that pitch. Yep.
Can you say 400?
He threw 46, though, twice earlier today. Go down in the record books, along with Tim Douglas and Keith Beaupre, as the only bowlers ever to throw 46.
But what if somebody's just trying
on this
with and accuracy be damned? Has nobody's hit 50? Just throwing it, just winging it?
No, and I've gone back and looked at some old footage of like people like Peter Flynn and Tom Olszta used
Joe
to
Ashline's another one. That
you can do it by looking at the video, and there's
some math, right?
The frames per second.
Oh, wow.
Olszta in the spare 8. Fontaine off to the left, 4.
I see him in that 44, 46 range. But
Olszta, another spare!
Back to back.
Okay.
The scoreboard showing 7. It's 8 in the fill.
Oh,
yeah, how
good
about
shot.
that?
So at 8 fill officially, scoreboard still showing 7. They'll fix that. And now he leads his grandson once again. They've gone back and forth. Aaron got a spare himself. 80 in a ball. It's got 82 in a ball.
Not helpful. Better fill, though.
Fontaine, beautiful ball. 7. The triangles to 2, 4, 5. 45% the average pro success rate without wood. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. Research by executive producer Bob Lee. 95 through 8 for Olszta. Aaron. Correction, we'll get this fixed in a second. Fontaine for a spare. No.
Oh, just a little.
King survives. Aaron and 9.
And they're deadlocked.
Wow. 96 apiece to 8. That means Tom Olszta up by 1 pin with 2 blocks to go, head to head with Aaron Fontaine.
Oh, for all 3 games?
They're all three head-to-head.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yep, one pin.
Oh, so
Tom won by 10, Aaron won by 9, tied here in the third.
It's all about the pride right now.
Yep.
Right? Bragging rights?
Yep. Final 2 boxes for each bowler. Thanks for watching.
Interesting.
We'll interview all the bowlers before we sign off.
Thank you very much. Let's get the scoreboard here correct. 376 to 356, and Daley with that extra smudge right now. Indeed, all Josh Daley has to do is pin out at this point, and he will be there for 400.
Yeah, he's working on a fill, too, so.
Tom Olszta currently is ahead of Peter Flynn in those series by 1 pin. Olszta is on track for 338 if he pins out.
Peter Flynn, strike!
Right on cue. Nice caster curse.
Flynn with his third strike of the day.
St. Cyr, try to bounce it over, hits the king, won't carry.
You'd think if that cap just jumped up a little bit more, St. Cyr would have had that.
Peter 90 plus 2 through 9. Aaron cleans it up for a 10, 91 through 9.
He's got 5 splits this string. That's part of the reason his score is a disappointment for him, because he's actually not doing all that bad.
Seven blocks to go on the special Candlepins for Cancer fundraising event. Aaron in the pocket again.
Another split.
1 split.
6.
Well, you had some interesting stats on Tom Olszta about you used to split about 40% of the time on Channel 5.
Yeah, which is that's the standard rate is 40%.
On the head pin split.
And Tom Olszta was no different. People think that the difference is that you that the great bowlers didn't leave splits. No, that's not true. I've seen dozens and dozens of Tom Olszta's spread eagles, for instance. He hit the head pin more than he hit 78%. And he threw a ball that was 43 miles an hour, a little bit faster than Charlie Collins does today. Less though than Josh Daley.
2 close calls, won't go for either one, but Aaron gets a 9.
In past years, I would have said that Daley wasn't as accurate. This year, Daley's accuracy has been, in the ACST matches that I covered, was much higher.
That's
right. He was zoning in on 80% all season.
Aaron 103rd, 363. Peter Flynn 109. Final string. What's his 3 strings?
346, and that was an interesting shot by Flynn. He went for that single pin, which was risky on the strike fill, but he
got
got his 3.
Get the wood to sweep over. Didn't quite
exactly,
carry.
and he got his 9 fill anyway, so it was completely vindicated.
He had a good day, very consistent.
Charlie Collins 80. Gary Carrington
No embarrassment.
90. Charlie getting valuable experience here.
At _Charles1_ on TikTok.
Just 3.
And remember, there's no C in TikTok.
Great try, almost.
Wow.
You were hit.
What a wreck.
Carrington, same spot.
Okay. All right, Gary needs to grab 6 of these pins.
Collins a 9.
For a 100 game.
89 through 9. Carrington, nice out. He'll take a 9. Not bad.
Oh, yeah, he got it. 101.
99 through 9. 9's a wild. 999. This is a number for you to pick, Mike. It's Sunday, so maybe you pick 999 or 444 or whatever you want to pick.
I'm thinking 111 now.
Okay. Sounds like it fills and marks.
I remember that Pennsylvania lottery documentary of the rigged 666 drawing.
I missed that one.
It was a thing.
Carrington, too accurate. Spread eagle. That's a clip wing eagle.
Weighted ping pong balls. That was the racket. Interesting documentary if you ever get a chance. I think it's a documentary.
Spread
Anyway.
eagle minus a corner pin. Collins for a mark somehow. What a try.
It's.
Best you can do is 99. Carrington going 2 and a 3. Slides over. And you can't quite get there.
Good bit at that, though.
Can't get there from here. Pepperidge Farm remembers. They're distinctive cookies.
So what should I start the bidding at for the autographed, the one-of-a-kind autographed bowling pin?
$3,000.
$3,000? I think I see Bob Lee's hand going up for that. But we're also going to go backwards. So who'll give me $2,900?
Put your house up for sale, Mike.
I spent $600 on my tractor this month.
You did? Well, let's have a fundraiser for you then, Chuck.
Yeah. Learned how to change the transmission oil and the hydraulic fluid.
And you're retired now, right?
Yeah. Now I'm doing useless farm tasks.
I want a fundraiser for gas. The corporate jet.
Soon I'll figure out how to grow a crop or something. But.
Collins at 98, trying to get to 99.
Talk to Rich Clark. He'll help you out with that.
10-99, final string for Charlie Collins, the Terminator. Carrington, a 9. He ends up with a 108, final string. 3-string total, Greg.
Gary Carrington gets a 303. Charlie Collins a 343. Tough 99 there, but he was Collins was 7 for 10 on the head pin and only left 7 pins standing.
4 boxes left. Craig Holbrook, Josh Daley. Josh has owned them all 3 strings.
The 150 over-under means that the Dinosaurs are in the lead with that handicap.
Daley on the spare goalpost.
Okay, he's
127 through 8. Sick.
Virtually assured the 400, but he's going to have trouble getting the third in a row here. He's going to pick up the 710.
Do you want to zoom on the leaf, Bob?
Oh, let's see this pin cam here.
3-6 for Holbrook.
For 3 in a row. No.
Goodness gracious, great
Second time he's
balls.
denied.
Thought he was going to get that ball deflection maybe. Too bad.
He won the Atlantic Candlepin singles toward 2 bouncing balls for incredible spares, which helped him win the match. Holbrook gets doinked.
He did not need that wood there. That got in the way of Holbrook's ball.
Daley at 10. 137 through 9.
I think he hit the wood in the channel on that one.
They put 10 up in the wood.
I know.
So it's 9? Let's see.
All right, okay.
Scoreboard shows 10. Bowlers call it.
Aaron touched the scoreboard. I thought he'd mark.
Okay, so he needs 2 for 400. Holbrook 98. 98 through 9 in the final string of the match. Thank you for watching all morning, all afternoon long on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition.
Indeed, thank you. Daley has 6 marks, but they're all 3 couplets, so no 3 marks in a row at all.
$100 in bonus money.
That's it. Daley with to go along with the $50 for 4 in a row in the first string.
Did you call them couplets?
I did.
Is this like a poetry class with bowling or something?
Holbrook steals 9. Daley, he got it! Cherry on top. 147 of the ball on the 10.
7 marks.
Making the case that he's the greatest of his generation.
Be tough to argue otherwise, for sure.
Holbrook, spare. 108 in the ball on the 10.
And still a full gallery of people just watching behind.
Tom Olszta, Aaron Fontaine will wrap it up.
They're all pinching themselves because they think they're dreaming.
It's a wild world, and what a privilege it is to have front row seats like we do. And you out there watching on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Daley's full is 8. How about a 155 final string?
Sweet.
Holbrook on the nose, 7. 115 final string totals from Greg Gouillart.
Greg Holbrook finishes with a 327.
8 fill, actually.
8 fill, check that. So that will be 328. And Josh Daley, 416.
$100 in bonus money for Josh. 150, Bob, right, for Josh?
Yep.
In other bonus money we have Aaron St. Cyr, 25. Charlie Collins, 25. Peter Flynn, $25. Stay tuned for the interviews next with myself and Mike Morin.
But right now, the grudge match between grandfather and grandson.
So if they change the scoreboard, Tom's up 97-96 in Aaron, so Tom is up 2, right, Greg? Head-to-head in the match.
That is correct.
Aaron Fontaine with
tough.
a tough 2-1 split. 6 right, 4-7 left. Helicopter in flight.
Well, at that NBA tournament at Webster Timberlanes, he was a split master, so maybe he could show us some skills again.
Looking in at the pin cam here.
Fontaine trying to send it over. No. Olszta, tough shot. He got it! Wow, what a shot for a spin! He is on Aaron now.
Advantage, Grandpa.
107 the ball in the 9th. Aaron at 10. It's a 2-pin lead for Olszta plus a bonus ball head-to-head. Final box for this Candlepins for Cancer match. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com to donate via Venmo or check on the address on the website Candlepins number 4, cancer.com or for upcoming roll-offs.
Fontaine at 10, right?
I thought so.
We'll check that.
Olszta in the bonus, trying to put it away, 8. Aaron needs to convert.
You watch Tommy in the body English, you'd think it was the Tournament of Champions for $10,000.
10's confirmed.
Aaron needs it, doesn't get it. And Tom Olszta beats the average odds and defeats his grandson in a great head-to-head match. Another one for good measure, back-to-back. Who is this guy? 125 in a ball in the 10th. Aaron splits the uprights for a 10.
A public service announcement, it's S before Z alphabetically.
116 final string, 3-string total for Aaron.
Three-string total for Aaron Fontaine, 336. And the fill.
Olszta ends up the match. 134 for the goal. Tom Olszta, listen to the crowd. Stay tuned for the interviews next on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at the scores while Bob makes his way down. Taking a look here, here's the totals. Flynn, Carrington, Holbrook, and Olszta end up with 1332 as you see it here. Tom Olszta with that huge 18 and 19 on the end, the highest score, 355. Peter Flynn, 346. Aaron St. Cyr, 363. And then Josh Daley, 416. Collins, 343. Fontaine, 336. Holbrook, 328. And Carrington, 303. All right. Be right back. We'll get the technical things sorted in just a moment. Stand by. Interviews coming up in just a moment.
Mike Morin, come on down. All right, guys, come on down. Give it up for these 8 fine bowlers. We'll have an auction. Mike Morin from Wallach's Bowling Center in Waltham, Mass. The old defunct lanes. You got the bowling pin. Mike, talk about the auction here.
So when do you want to do the auction? Why don't we do it now, just real quickly?
So just see, go to the table if you want to get this bowling pin. Hold it up there, Mike. All 8 bowlers signed it. See Charlene or Linda Tarasi to go to Candlepins for Cancer. We'll draw it after the interviews, after we sign off. Give it up for President's Cup winner, Mike Morin.
Thank you to the bowlers for all signing, because we're going to raise some money. This came from the Wall-X, which closed, what, about 2002, somewhere around there? So it looks like one of the original plastic pins because it has the old caps, the old vinyl caps that you don't see with the newer pins. Each of these 8 bowlers signed it. It is a classic for sure. I'm going to auction it off right now, and I'm going to start the bidding at $50. Who'll give me $50? Put up your hand. Anybody give me $50? $50.
Mike Morin starts at $50.
All right, I got $50. Who goes 60? You'll go 60. Who goes 70? Anybody want to go 70? $70. All right. Who go 80? How about $80? Come on, Candlepins for Cancer. We're at 70. Who give me 80? Looking to get 80, $80. We're at 70 right now. I'll go 80. I'll go $80. 100. 90. 100? Did you say? 100. What? 100. I can't hear you. 100. 100. 120. 120. Who go 130? We're at 120? 130. 130. 140. All right, we got a good old-fashioned raffle going right now. 150. So nobody's going to drop out. You're at 160. Who'll go 170? Bob, want to go 170? Looking over here, we're at 160. 160. Who'll go 170? What? How much? 170?
Where is it? 160 now? Oh, 170.
170. All right. $200. Wow. To quote Paul Grant. 200. Who wants to go 210? $200? Once, twice. It's yours. Come get it. Yeah. Now, I have a special surprise.
Give it to Mark Milliken, who won earlier today. Just had a stroke this week. It goes to Candlepins for Cancer. The money goes to Candlepins for Cancer. The bowling pin is yours. All right.
I have one more pin, but I'm not going to raffle this off. I would like to present it to Bart Medeiros. Where's Bart? Bart or Mary Lynn? I'd like them to come down and present it as a thank you for hosting today's great event. Come on down, Bart. I got something for you, pal. And Mary Lynn, if you're around. Bart, no. these two people never say no to a good cause. I've known them both for about 35 years, love them dearly, and I want you two to have the other pin that I got signed today for all the bowlers to remember what a great event that you and Marilyn have put on. So how about a round of applause for Bart and Marilyn Medeiros? Okay, back to you, Paul.
And Bart, a former President's Cup winner, also on Channel 5 Bowl as well. Give it up for the Medeiros family. So please support Shenanigans Restaurant Full Bar as well. Give it up for Mike Morin. All right, let's talk to the bowlers. Let's talk to the young guns first. Aaron St. Cyr, the lead-up bowler. All right, hold on a second. We're going to take pictures after this for all the bowlers. Be on Candlepin chat later today. Aaron St. Cyr, the rock star. Rocky start, the 10-pin in your first ball. Second box, 10-pin. You did pretty good after that. 131, 132, first two.
Yeah, no, it was a fun time. I'm glad that I got the chance to do this. Definitely a rocky start for sure, but we came out on top. That's all we wanted to do. So.
You get a 3-letter word for winning.
Wow.
Don't sound so excited.
Oh, sorry. I'll contain it a little bit. But wow.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let's bring in the Terminator, Charlie Collins. This guy's on TikTok. Tell us your TikTok page.
You'll find me on TikTok.
All right.
That's it.
All right, Charlie, the Terminator, how you doing? Great bowling today.
Yeah, I had an amazing third game.
It was okay.
It was sure okay, yes.
How did it feel to bowl against the legends?
Oh, it was awesome. It's just like another day, but it was awesome. That's for sure.
All right, 3-letter word.
Okay.
That's 2. Hey. Aaron Fontaine, we'll talk to you next. Josh Daley. We're going to talk to Tom. We'll talk to Aaron. We'll talk to you first. You got a 460. You won $100.
Oh, sweet.
For 400 series, and you won $50 in bonus money for 4 marks in a row.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
How do you feel about bowling Craig Holbrook, beating him all 3 strings? You get a message from Craig?
It's just what's happening this Friday night season. Oh. No. Craig's always good. I love bowling against him, bowling with him, so it doesn't matter.
Josh Daley's team, Central Park Lanes, 3 Central Park Lanes, East Boston, Mass, defending Friday Night Pro League champions. The sunny side, 2 before that, but not in the finals. Yeah. All right, a 3-letter word for winning.
Wow, Paul.
All right, Aaron Fontaine, come on down. Thanks a lot, man. Great support of the charity. Great bowler. You had your granddad on the ropes, and he prevailed in the end. How did it feel to lose to him?
Not the first time. And it ain't gonna be the last time either, I can promise you that. He says he's done. BS, he ain't done yet. He's not done. When he's 100, maybe he'll retire.
Thanks for supporting Candlepins For Cancer. A 3-letter word about this event.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So, I personally wanted to wait till the end till this was over to say this. I brought some extra money to give to you and for Candlepins For Cancer. I have $300 in my wallet I want to personally give to you for Candlepins For Cancer today.
Thanks very much. Class
It's the least I can do for all you guys are doing. I want to give $300 to you guys.
We got a bid of 400, bid of 400, bid of 400.
Why not? We'll make it 400. Why not?
Awesome. Thanks a lot. All right, stay tuned, guys. All right, let's bring Mike Morin. Mike Morin will talk to the veterans. Mike. Mike, come on down here, buddy. Take this microphone here with the windscreen.
I'm going to use this one?
Yeah, both these.
I don't know if it'll reach.
Yeah, it'll reach. All right, come on, guys, over here, the camera this way.
All right. So as an 8 or 9 year broadcaster on TV, I've had the pleasure and the honor of interviewing every one of these guys, calling their matches, and today was absolutely delightful to be back again. We're all a little older and grayer, but wiser and more generous. So a round of applause for our 4 Mount Rushmore bowlers of class. and Peter Flynn, you were perhaps the most consistent of everybody today. How did you feel about your game?
I just woke up at the end. I don't know what happened. No, I've been a long time. I love these guys. Bowled with them, bowled against them. I love these guys. I do.
So I mean, I know that everybody has their pride, but you're here for fun and for a good cause, but you still have your pride. You want to still bowl good, right?
Well, of course, a little bit, yeah, but no, it's all for a good cause. That's the bottom line.
Well, Hall of Famer, congratulations. Thank you for being here today. And who we all believe will be next inductee into the class of whatever year it is, Hall of Fame. Round of applause for Gary Carrington, who's here today. I was just thinking of all the broadcasts we did on Channel 50, and you always brought your A game. You were always so exciting to watch, and those were some great memories, weren't they?
Yeah, they sure were. And back when I was bowling well, and yeah, a lot of good things happened back then. So
I was just thinking also being around Pilgrim Lanes and other places where I would see your father, Frank, and there always seemed to be so much support for him being around you, and I'm sure that, you know, if he's watching today, he's happy to see you back with your buddies.
yeah, I had a lot of support from my dad, a lot of support from my mom. She was my biggest fan. You know, I loved it. You know, I always wanted to bowl well for them and for everybody else and myself also. So today was tough. But the body just doesn't work.
Well, we saw that your good luck charm was Tony Marie, because as soon as she stepped up and started talking to us, you had a couple marks.
Well, she gives me a little inspiration. So she's my favorite bowler of all time, woman bowler. So I'm glad that she's here today.
Well, we're glad that you're here today.
Thank you.
And I hope you feel good about it, because it was great to have you out here.
I made a couple shots.
You did?
So,
Still got it?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, Gary Babe Carrington, ladies and gentlemen. And now the man who are you 63 now, Craig?
Yes, exactly.
All right, so at 63,
I'm the young guy, right?
Well,
the youngest
in this group, because I'm 73. So when you look at all these guys, you are still bowling competitively on a regular basis and doing well. How does that feel?
Did you watch me today?
Well, yeah.
Maybe I'm not an exhibition bowler. No, had a great time today.
All right, so what is your secret? Because we all wear down. You still got it. How do you work out? What do you do?
No, luckily no injuries. Just stayed with it the whole time. Never really went away. I mean, had summers off with softball sometimes, but I've been still going just the whole time.
I was telling everybody back here on TV today that you were going to get your first 200 game.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that didn't happen. That probably will never happen.
But the most amazing stat of anything that you have is that you've had a 400 triple at least 1,000 times. And I suppose that, besides your skill, it's a longevity too, right?
It is, yeah. It's a lot of years.
Can I call you Cal Ripken from now on?
I guess you could. Yeah.
Nice hand for Craig Holbrook, ladies and gentlemen. And as you finished in a flurry, I heard people yelling, "Goat, goat, goat," back in the... So you had a good time today, I could tell.
Oh, yeah. My teammates were yelling to me to play the wood on the last shot. But I said, I got to play the 2 pins. I got a shot to beat Aaron. I didn't think that would happen.
So who was taking that head-to-head thing, you or your grandson, Aaron? I mean, obviously it's pride, but you both wanted to win. So who wanted it worse?
I believe he did.
Right. Well, he's a great young man. I know you're very proud of him when he brought an extra $300 here today. And it's not the first time that Aaron has brought money that he wasn't expected to bring.
Yeah, very proud of him. A couple of years ago when we did this, he won a 50-50 raffle. And Debbie Reagan came over to me and said, you know, your grandson just won a 50-50 raffle. And he said, I was brought up the right way, and he gave the money back. Very generous kid, very generous.
And one of the great memories for me and you, and not watching you on TV, was when you were inducted into the Hall of Fame, 2014. Nathan and Aaron nominated you and inducted you. When Nathan was so small, we had to put him on a chair. He was still taller than Ralph Sem, by the way. But it made me think of the way your grandfather brought you into this game. To me, it looks like it came full circle.
Yes, it did. Aaron's a great bowler. Nathan's back into the game now, and proud of both of them. I couldn't be any prouder.
Well, I can tell these people are all so happy that you let them be a part of your life still. Round of applause for the GOAT, Tom Olszta. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, bowlers.
Give it up for Mike Morin. He'll be signing copies lunch and Tom and Stacia. If you want to get a copy before you leave, sold here at Bowl-O-Rama. Mike, your thoughts on today's exhibition match?
It was terrific. I mean, it made me appreciate not only these guys who I covered for years, and now you've brought me into the Candlepins for Cancer matches. And I think other than Aaron St. Cyr, I've been able to cover all these guys, got to know them, and I tell you what, this is a fine crop of bowlers coming up. You should all be very, very proud. You conducted yourself beautifully today. Round of applause for the Gen Z Horsemen.
Thanks for watching this great game of Candlepin Bowling. It's an unbelievable sport for all ages. Fall leagues are forming. Sign up at your local bowling center. Thanks for watching on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, home of the Friday Night Pro League Game of the Week. Back to Greg Gouillart, Bob Lee to wrap it up.
Thanks so much for watching this presentation of Candlepin Bowling Network and Candlepins for Cancer. And until next time, from Portsmouth Bowl-O-Rama, on behalf of Mike Morin, Bob Lee, Paul Grant, and myself, Greg Gouillart, thank you very much. And until next time.